Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of First Impression Sports Talk. Here in this show today, we have a very, very special day because it is draft night. NFL draft night is happening, and we are super excited to bring you guys great content. This is the third annual draft show that we have done here on First Impression Sports Talk, and I plan to have a bunch of guests on. So without further ado, I would like to bring on my co-host pretty much for the whole night, Cole Brennan and Jeremiah Nixon. We're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to expect for this year's draft. So Cole and Jeremiah, welcome. I am super excited. Woo! I'm excited. I mean, this is going to be crazy because I feel like something is going to happen. I feel like people are going to make us mad, and I feel like somebody's going to do something that's like, whoa, mind-blowing. So Cole, tell us who your team is. We all know. If you don't know who Cole's team is by now, he's going to explain it to you. So, Cole, you first. What are you expecting from your team, and who is your team?
Pittsburgh. Hey, it's a big night. Are the Steelers going to do something stupid? I don't know. I mean, I hope not. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put on these nice sunglasses, okay? And all I'm going to say is, let's go win a Super Bowl. But we won't win a Super Bowl this year. We're going to go 10-7. I'm already calling the record right now. And all I'm saying is I want a tackle, or I want Jackson Powers-Johnson with our first round pick tonight. You need a tackle because Dan Moore stinks. And Jackson Powers-Johnson, just look at his scouting report. The rest speaks for itself.
Man.
I know that people don't like to take center in the first round. I don't care. I'm looking off. I want talent. That's what I want. So if they take Jackson Powers-Johnson, I won't complain. I know it's not a lot of teams like to go and take that center in the first round. But the Steelers badly need a center, and we have to protect Russ because I do not want to watch Russ get killed next year.
And that will not be a good look.
Yeah, not a good look. So the Steelers need to keep building here. But unfortunately, they are stuck in mediocrity. That's the worst place to be in the NFL.
And with that being said, the Pittsburgh Steelers do have the 20th overall pick this year in this draft, barring any trades, because I know Cole and Jeremiah are going to be on the trades tonight. So to you, Jeremiah, we see the hat. We already know, but what are the Miami Dolphins going to do tonight at the 21st pick? What are you expecting for the Dolphins fans to have tonight far as a draft pick? Who do you think?
Well, the first thing I just want us to do is play it safe. Nothing extraordinary. One thing I do not want us to do is trade up. I would rather us be trading down. Get as many pieces as we can when it comes to different trades, maybe from later rounds and everything else, and plug in the pieces. We are trying to go defense this year and also just plug in our old line. That's the only thing that we need to worry about. Offense will take care of itself.
Yes, especially in division where you have that man Aaron Rodgers is going to be coming back, of course. You have Josh Allen in that same division. And then, of course, whoever the Patriots pick tonight. Also, another person that we are expecting is Anthony Greenfield. He is a huge Patriots fan, so he should be on for the rest of the show as well when the Patriots get their pick. So we are expecting the Patriots to get a quarterback, either Drake May or Jaden Daniels. It all depends. You never know because things happen in the NFL and in this draft. So right now it is 8 o'clock. The draft is officially started. We know Chicago is on the clock. They're going first. But before we get into Chicago, obviously everyone can see I'm the Packers, the cheesehead, stand up. We're ready. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, everyone knows how I've been speaking about my Green Bay Packers for the past few years and the draft. Of course, at the time, it wasn't good. Trading up to get a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So that was the big issue. This year, we need to get some defensive talent. I don't care what it is. I need some depth at pass rush. I need some D linemen. I need some big boys up front that can get pressure on the opposing quarterback because we got shredded last year. We were one of the worst teams in the league at getting pressure on quarterbacks. I mean, we cannot have that, especially in the division where we could potentially be facing Caleb Williams twice. Jared Goff has improved greatly. And then the Vikings, we don't know what they're going to do. So definitely I want the Packers to stack up on defense. You can never go wrong with O-line. We lost David Bakhtiari, one of our left tackles, one of our great left tackles. We lost him in the offseason. So I expect us to maybe get somebody on the offensive line to give Jordan Love that pressure that he needs. I thought he did very well under pressure last year, but it always helps having some stout O-linemen to protect your quarterback, like Cole said, and of course what Jeremiah said. All of our quarterbacks need to be protected. Whether old or young, they all need to be protected. So I think we're all expecting that. I think we will not be upset if our team chooses to go for that. So definitely really excited about that. If we find a steal at receiver, not saying we need receiver, but if we find someone in that, in that realm, I would not be upset about that. But please, no running backs. We don't need any running backs, okay? We have Josh Jacobs. We traded for him to get him, and then we traded Aaron Jones away. We all know how that story went. And then we still have Quadzilla in the backfield, of course, A.J. Dillon. So I'm really excited about that. But we don't need any running backs. Please, no running backs. And yeah, that's my spiel. I'm excited for this draft. I'm really, really excited about what we're going to be expecting from these teams. And of course, again, like I said, Cole and Jeremiah will be over making sure what trades are happening. And Cole, you broke some news about A.J. Brown. Please share with the audience about what happened with A.J. Brown tonight.
Yes, so A.J. Brown has signed a 3-year, $96 million contract. As well, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 4 years, $120 million. And Devontae Smith, 3 years, $75 million. So,
and I agree with all of those signings. Absolutely. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown, he was a stud for the Lions. He is a stud for the Lions, actually. And I think that's a great pick for them. And I think that was something they needed to do. If they want to repeat and get back up, potentially get to the Super Bowl and get past the NFC Championship, you make moves like that. And of course, the Lions, they re-signed their offensive coordinator, which is a big deal. You don't see that a lot in the NFL, where guys come back and want to do it again. But you know how hard it is. We all know how hard it is to get back to a championship game, let alone getting to the Super Bowl. It's a big deal. The Dolphins, we're going to see what the Dolphins are going to do. I expect the Dolphins to really beef up their defense. When you look at it, we all know their offense is explosive. They've been one of the most explosive offenses the past few years now. It's the defensive side of the ball that the Dolphins have to continue to excel at and continue to build upon. And make sure that they can get pressure on opposing quarterbacks to give their offense these second chances and different things like that and more possessions. So I'm really excited. Again, the Chicago Bears are on the clock. Are they going to get Caleb Williams? I mean, I'm just asking because, some people, Chicago is rebuild. They've been rebuilding for how long? Like 20, 50 years, whatever. But Cole, I want to start with you. We're all predicting, the world is predicting, everyone's predicting that Caleb Williams is the number 1 overall pick. How is Caleb Williams going to fit in with the Chicago Bears, and is he the unsung hero that they need to get them to the promised land or the potential of being a franchise quarterback?
Yeah, Caleb Williams is going number 1 overall. Mel Kiper will probably get no picks right tonight, but he'll get that one right. So, just to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I think Caleb Williams is the right pick here. 170.1 passing efficiency, 3,663 passing yards. I mean, there's definitely some things that I don't like about him.
I agree.
I think he can be careless when scrambling, which is definitely, you don't want to be careless because you have guys coming at you too, and you have big players too, especially on the defense. So he's got to be smart to make sure that he's tucking that ball in when he runs, because if not, you already know what's going to happen. He could be fumbling the ball. And if you're the Bears, you don't want to be turning over the ball, especially too, because that had been one of their issues in the past, turn the ball over a lot. So that's one of the things too that's really going to need to be fixed in his game before, this season. And all of these players are all raw talents.
Yes.
They are all talented, but they all have their strengths and their weaknesses. So that's the biggest thing that we have. They're prospects at the end of the day. So you still don't know how some of these guys, how their game is going to translate. I think Caleb Williams' game can translate well to the NFL, but I definitely think there's gonna need to be stuff that needs to be fixed. So it'll be interesting to see how he does this upcoming season. I think if you can get some weapons around him, you definitely need to get a receiver this draft. That's one of their biggest team needs, if you ask me. Go get another receiver for him. Go get another one. And just get some players around him because you want to give your franchise quarterback everything he needs to succeed.
I agree. And if you look at it, they do have Keenan Allen over there and DJ Moore. Those are two solid receivers. Of course, you have Keenan Allen, who is a veteran. But, Cole, I'm going to disagree with you on Caleb Williams. Even though I've seen, the intangibles and, the next Patrick Mahomes, stop it right now. I think Caleb Williams, I do not think he's going to succeed in Chicago. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Packers fan. I'm saying that genuinely. After the past few years, when was the last time the Chicago Bears had a successful quarterback? A legitimate successful quarterback.
Never, because they can't draft quarterback and they can't develop a quarterback.
So
I mean, who knows? Maybe this time they do it. I have no idea.
They couldn't develop Justin Fields, which I didn't think he wasn't the sole reason they were the way they are. It has a lot.
He wasn't the problem.
Right. He wasn't it was the front office. It was the coaching. I mean, the kid had a bunch of coaches. I mean, different offensive coordinators in and out. And when you look at a player like Caleb Williams, which of course he had great moments. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. Of course, he had great moments and he did what he needed to do. But I can't, forget the fact that this past season, I saw him against Oregon. I saw him against Colorado facing Shedeur Sanders. I saw him at Notre Dame and what he did in that game. I saw what happened. And in those big games against big opponents, he shrank very small. He did. And I get they're saying O-line. I get all that. But in this moment, you have to prove that you're that guy. And I felt like from his Heisman Trophy winning year, he took a step back. And I get a lot of people left. I get all that, 100%. But I feel like for him, of course, you add a Keenan Allen, you have a DJ Moore, and Cole, I agree with you. If you add another guy, another young guy that you can get, okay, cool. But I feel like for Chicago, there's a lot wrong with Chicago. It's not the players, because they've had talented players. Their defenses have been top 10 these past few years. They have had good defenses. The offense, I don't get their offense and what they try to do. On top of that, they did get DeAndre Swift. Yes. I don't know how much you're going to get of him because he, to me, I thought he was very underwhelming with the Eagles last year. I think, the whole Eagles team was underwhelming last year. And I feel like for Caleb Williams, is Chicago going to have that quarterback, or not the quarterback, the coach and the offensive coordinator, they're going to sit down with him and mold him, and whatever his strengths are, you add to that to make sure that he is successful. Are they going to do that? Justin Fields was dealt a bad hand by getting drafted to Chicago. I believe he's in a much better situation in Pittsburgh, Cole. Much, much better situation. And I feel like for Chicago, there's a lot that has to go right. And they have to make sure that they are putting a scheme in place to make sure Caleb Williams is successful. Because I hear the comparison of Caleb Williams and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes sat for a year under Andy Reid, one of the greatest coaches that the game has ever seen, okay? Even though Patrick Mahomes had those intangibles that we saw when he was at Texas Tech, and then we saw in, practice and different things like that. You know what Andy Reid did? They built around him and they put a scheme in place, and now the kid has 3 Super Bowls. So when we look at that, they have to do that with Caleb. You have to, okay, these are your strengths. I see what you can do. We're going to add to that to make sure you progress in that scheme. And I do not think Chicago has that right now. I couldn't even tell you who their coach is. I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you who their coach is. And I know they gave him another year. And I'm like, okay, there's a lot of coaches out here that I think deserve a spot right now. But, they're no longer, in the league right now. But we'll see. I would like to bring on Dr. Cedric Brown because we know he's a Giants fan. I want to get his expertise on, before because they're still on the clock, they do their, pregame stuff. But Dr. Cedric Brown, welcome to another year, another draft show with me on First Impression Sports Talk. Talk to me a little bit about what the Giants need to do at the 6th pick and what you're expecting the New York Giants to do.
Well, first of all, they need to be better. Period. We need to be the New York Football Giants, not the New York Football many football players. No, but all jokes aside, we gave Daniel Jones $160 million last year to get this team back where it should be, that it's been in the past, right? So,
Right.
We are the kings of Gotham, and now they have over there on the New Jersey side, they have Aaron Rodgers, and he's supposed to save the show for New York. But I'm a New York Giants fan through and through, and I'd like to see Rome Odunze from Washington or Malik Neighbors from LSU be drafted so that we could have a threat to open the field up. Malik Neighbors, someone that runs a sub 4.4 40. Odunze is not as electric as Neighbors is, but hands, as big as any human that you could think of. Andre Giant was a man that was over 7 foot tall, and he had hands that were as big as all outside. So Odunze is really good with catching the ball. His yards after catch are really good coming from college, and I don't know how it's going to translate and transfer into the NFL. But he's a dynamic player. He's someone that is very physical. Will go up and that 50-50 ball, he's going to go up and get that. And so I'm hoping we do something like that. I'm hearing all day long that they might go get McCarthy at the quarterback position. If they did that, like I heard you say earlier in the show, sometimes you got to bring a quarterback in, let them sit for a minute, like your Green Bay Packers have done year in, year out. Let them sit for a second and then learn the game. And then, that's how Jordan Love is as good as he was this year, because he sat for a few years and then came out and did his thing. And he did do his thing last year. He just ran into, a Detroit team that, was a little bit better at that time. So.
Right. I agree. And that's what we were talking about with Caleb Williams. And I think Caleb Williams, unfortunately, he's in the fire. Like you're there's no sitting back and just waiting. No, you're in it now. So he has to, I hope for his sake and Chicago's sake, this is the perfect match. I really hope so. I do not think so, because I think Chicago has a lot of issues with a lot of different things. And I feel like they didn't give, I'm just upset that Justin Fields, all of that was put on him and all of it wasn't on him. There was a lot of things going wrong in Chicago offensively, different coaches again. And I don't know if Caleb Williams can overcome that. And I'm not saying he won't be good in the NFL. I just don't know if Chicago and him are the best fit for right now. But obviously they need a quarterback, so they'll probably go get him. And, we'll see what happens. I just think it's going to take a lot. He's going to have one of those, virtuoso years to be like, okay, you're outrunning people, you're throwing across your body. We've seen that. We see Patrick Mahomes, but why Patrick Mahomes is so good is he has a dynamic coach behind him that's able to scheme and game plan certain things. Whereas I don't really know if Chicago has that. And that's why I was saying that when you have players like a Lamar Jackson, like a Patrick Mahomes, even a Josh Allen, you have to game plan around them. You have to put a scheme in place for them to succeed. Even Tua Tagovailoa put a scheme in place for them to succeed. What did the Dolphins do well at? What did Tua do well in college? He has speedsters on the outside. What do the Dolphins go get? They go get speedsters. They go get guys that he can lob it to, and they're all the way down the field. And he just throws it down there. So for Chicago, they're going to have to do something like that, where you have to put the scheme in place. Yes, they have Keenan Allen. Yes, they have DJ Moore, which I think is very good. You have bona fide guys that can go catch the ball, but you have to get those guys the ball, and they have to run the ball too. Is Swift going to be that guy that's going to be the workhorse to get them, those yards that they need? We'll see. On paper, they have good names on their team on paper, but we all know that you have to put it on the field and make sure that they are succeeding. Right now, we're 5 minutes in. The Chicago Bears is on the clock. We are currently waiting for the selection. So I'm really excited what's going to happen. Again, I agree with you, Dr. Cedric, about the Giants. My mom is a Giants fan, so she's wanting to know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
so I think they should go get.
Your mom's a special lady.
Yeah,
your mom's a
right.
special lady. You know what I mean? Hey, but here's the thing.
We are here, baby. We here. It's finally time.
Here's Jasmine, real quick. Here's what I was going to say about the Chicago Bears, right? They keep getting rid of talent that they get, right? They give away draft picks. They go get talent. Who needs to be fired is the front office.
Yes.
They need to fire the entire front office and bring somebody in that understands what it's, that model that, the Green Bay Packers have, or, some of the other teams that have played in those 32 teams, some of those teams that have brought talent in, let them sit, let them see it, take them through progresses, and then allow them to be better then. So they need to fire the entire front office. I think the gentleman that left the Big Ten as the commissioner, he went over. Now he's a president and CEO, and he's hiring all of his friends. He and his friends need to be fired.
Agreed. And speaking of Chicago Bears, the pick is in. We all think it's Caleb Williams, so I think it's Caleb Williams. Well, we're going to see. But Anthony, welcome to the show.
They're going Jaden Daniels. Watch Jaden Daniels.
Listen,
I'm telling you, I've been waiting for my moment to arrive. I'm sorry to the entire audience that I'm late. I'm just coming back from work. I'm driving from Northwest DC, and frankly, there was hardly any traffic. That was the part that surprised me the most. But I came here in time. Right before I came in, as Roger Goodell said, "Let's get this underway." I said, "I made it just in time." I made it, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful I made it in time. I was just hoping I didn't.
What the Patriots going to do at the third pick, Anthony? What are they going to do?
Well, let's be serious here. The Patriots are going to go with Drake May. Caleb Williams going number 1 to the Bears.
Drake May.
Jaden Daniels is going to the Commanders, and Drake May is going to the Patriots. Now, I know some people are thinking that the Patriots may trade out with the Vikings, but as I'm going to tell you, with the 11th and the 23rd pick, they're not doing that. They're going to sit there at 3. They're going to take Drake May, and a new era in New England is starting. And the future is bright, let me tell you. Caleb Williams to the Bears.
I'm screaming. Yes, Caleb Williams to Chicago.
Yes, Caleb Williams.
6'1",
wow,
214.
We predicted
at USC. It's now a Chicago Bear. Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. You guys have a quarterback. Congratulations.
Oh, but I don't think it's going to work.
You don't
Washington
think so?
is not on the clock. We're all the DC fans. You know what I'm saying? It's just Washington has been in the gutter for how long, y'all? I mean, they've been fighting
since 2016. The Commanders have not been good for 7 years.
They are fighting for their lives.
But you know what?
In the division for multiple times. Y'all, I'll start with you, Anthony.
They're making a turn, though. They're making a turn.
Jaden Daniels going to Washington. Are we all agreeing with that?
I'm agreeing with that. I agree with that.
I see that.
I think
happening.
what Dan Quinn and what Adam Peters is gonna do in Washington, I think they have a scheme for Jaden Daniels. And plus, you heard Jaden Daniels say that he wants to be the best running quarterback in the NFL. He's trying to beat Michael Vick. He's trying to beat Lamar Jackson. I think he will.
That's a big
feat. The Commanders got to help him. They can't just draft a good player and then just say, you know what? Here's your team. If you need something, let us know. No.
Right.
Use the draft. Use the time in the offseason to beef up your O-line. He still has some decent and good receivers. And get him a defense that's able to get him the ball back.
Get
That's what the
Terry
Commanders do.
McLaurin, a quarterback that can throw to him. Do you understand?
Thank you.
He's one of the best receivers in the league.
Yes. Give
Yeah, I agree.
Terry McLaurin an actual good quarterback, not somebody that's going to bail him out. Give him an actual quarterback that can give it to him in stride.
Who's the Bears' backup?
Tyson
no
Bagent.
idea. I couldn't
Tyson
even. That's a bad thing to say. I don't know.
I
okay, so knock on wood.
I'm so sad. I remember that.
Knock on wood. If Caleb doesn't work out, who's the Bears' backup?
Tyson Bagent. I think he was like a sixth rounder. I think out of somewhere.
Mr. Irrelevant.
No, not Mr. Irrelevant.
Triple irrelevant. I don't even.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
It's
this
either
is what I'm saying. What do you do? Because Chicago, they're in a weird. If I was Chicago, I would have played the cards right. Keep Justin Fields for another year and have Caleb in the back. Okay, that's what I would have done. But y'all are so quick to move on. Like Dr. Cedric, you said earlier, they were so quick to move on. And, oh, yeah, we're going to get new people. Okay, we don't like that. Get new people. I don't think – I don't know.
Bring back Jim McMahon. He won. Bring back Jim McMahon. He won the last Super Bowl. Bring him back. Yeah. He won the 85 Super Bowl.
New scenery. They need new scenery.
Hey, you need somebody that's familiar with winning. You need somebody that's familiar with winning.
Trubisky in 17, Fields in 21, now Williams in 24.
Yeah.
So it's like Caleb or bust.
Look at what he became. Look at what Trubisky became. I mean, that's no shade.
What did he become?
Hey, a garbage.
What did he become?
Pittsburgh Steelers. He was awful here. He was bad.
I don't know why. What is up with the Steelers getting Chicago Bears quarterbacks? That's another question.
I couldn't tell you, but all I know is the Steelers gave up nothing. They gave up a couple footballs for Justin Fields, so that's fine. That's fine. We gave up nothing for him. He's going to sit and be the backup. They are not going to take on his fifth-year option. Yeah. So it is just going to be interesting to see what happens to him next year.
Right.
So I couldn't tell you what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But
speaking of which, I just noticed something on the stream just now. I have a Dolphins and Patriots fan in the same stream. Why is no one like what's going on here? We should be chopping it up. So look, Jeremiah Dolphins fan, and we got Anthony the.
Let me handle this one. Let me handle this one. Listen. The Patriots have been hurting since Tom Brady left the building. I know
this is a true story.
I know the Dolphins organization is owning us right now. Let me not say that. Tyreek Hill is owning us right now, and that's pretty much all they have. Devon A-Chain, he's cool. Raheem Mostert, okay, he owns us too. Tua's I won't say the most overrated, but Tua is one of the biggest overrated quarterbacks in the league right now. You can't argue with me on that. Because if you say Jalen Hurts, at least he went to a Super Bowl. You gave Tua Tyreek for how many years now? 2-3 years? And the best you can do with it is a divisional playoff. Mac Jones had Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, and he didn't have Juju that year. And he had Hunter Henry his rookie year, and we lost to the same team. Hey, a spade, you can call a spade a spade. But in the sense of the draft, I'll be gracious today. But after the draft, it's up. It's up.
Oh, he said it's up.
Yeah, it's up.
Uh-oh.
But at the same time, even before we got Tyreek, Tua still had a winning record against Belichick.
True. That's true. But did you notice how Tua had a winning record when we didn't have a quarterback? No, what would happen if Tua played Tom Brady? What would happen if Tua played
Tom Brady?
Not Cam Newton.
Tom Brady, he's a different animal.
Not Bailey Zappi.
Tom Brady's a different animal.
Oh, so Tom Brady's different. Okay, so
he's
if we're talking about quarterback comparison, We had 4 quarterbacks every time y'all play us. Mac Jones, Cam Newton, Bailey Zappi. We didn't have Jacoby Brissett.
But don't forget Cam Newton, ex MVP. Went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean,
chances.
But we're always
that's
below 500 when we play y'all. Commanders time.
Wait, the pick is in. Hold on, let's see. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm going
predictions
I'm
right.
honest, they took a little bit too long with they getting their pick in. I was looking at
Yeah, I
the
know
time.
why they took that long.
They were taking a little. I don't know what that means.
You were
Drake
right.
May.
Jaden Daniels to the Commanders. Jaden Daniels to Washington.
Whoa.
Washington is having a ball right now. So you know what that means.
Hey, Jaden
We
Daniels,
know what that means.
Washington.
We know what
I like
that
that.
So
pick.
Drake May is your guy. It has to be, right?
McCarthy.
Drake May
I
has
think
to be your guy.
McCarthy's going third.
Crazy.
McCarthy's going third.
Don't put that in the air. I don't like it. Don't put that in the air. Nah.
Listen,
Ain't
Anthony,
cool.
if JJ McCarthy is drafted tonight by your team, I don't know.
think he's definitely
He's going to
He's going to
He's
either
going
the Broncos
to
or the
Cleveland.
But let me tell you, listen, to whoever is in the producer room right now, if JJ McCarthy goes to the Patriots, take me out the minute the pick is in. I don't want to be here.
They're on the clock.
I see JJ McCarthy on my screen. Get out.
So we can see the agony. Leave him in there.
No.
Producers,
No,
so we can see
especially the Dolphins
agony.
fans.
So we
So
can
the
see him
Dolphins
ugly
fans.
cry. So we can see him ugly cry on Jasmine's show.
Man,
I love cry grown man tears.
JJ McCarthy would be insane. That's all I gotta say. Because
Look at that.
that's not gonna be good. I don't know. I mean, he's not horrible, but it's not, But I mean, but here's the thing, Anthony. Think about this though. I mean, he has a championship. Okay, he won last year. Drake May hasn't gotten to that point, so you never know. Things like that. He has winning DNA.
Right.
I mean,
right.
You could think about it. He has the winning DNA. I don't know how you would take that though, because I'm scared. I'm scared for what the Patriots are gonna do. I'm really scared. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, they're still on the clock.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I want the Patriots to restart. I want the Patriots to have a restart button and just say we're new breath of life. We're changing scenery. Belichick, Brady no longer there. We're cleaning house. So we're gonna see. I hope they get Drake May over.
I'm
JJ McCarthy.
I'm fully down with the Drake May train. Okay, the new era in New England is going to start in the next 5 minutes. All right, at around 8:30, you will.
What if
see.
they don't get a quarterback though?
Look, as long as it's Marvin Harrison, if it's Marvin Harrison, I'm cool because we got our X receiver. If we don't get a quarterback, we need an X receiver. That's my only thing. And maybe the slight chance that we get a trade with the Vikings, but the Vikings don't have a good enough package for that.
They're taking too long for me, Anthony. They're taking too long for me.
Hey,
if you're sure, it'll be like, look, there's no question. I don't need the timer.
You gotta talk to him first. You can't just call somebody like, "Hey, you're a Patriot now."
Look,
no, you gotta ease into it. Listen, if Cole got a call from the stick, look, the pick is in. We didn't trade the pick. That's what I'm talking about. We didn't trade the pick. That's what I like to see. That's what I love.
What's New England about to do? Oh my goodness.
Drake May is a Patriot. I'm telling you. Drake May is a Patriot. Listen. Drake May, if you're listening to this, you are trusted. Hey, matter of fact, can I get a solo shot on me? Who's that? Thank you. Drake May, you are the face of this franchise. I need you to bring us back to glory. If you want to be like Tom Brady, You got to take care of the football. Don't throw it recklessly. Right. Please don't throw picks. Please. I've been hurting for years, and it's time to get back to glory. Gerard Mayo is trying to build a new era in New England, and he trusts you. I trust you. So what I want wins. I want completions. I want yards. I want touchdowns. I want a positive name. And you got Jacoby Brissett behind you. Listen, you got everything you need to know. Coaching staff, players, veterans. You got it all, baby. You got it all. We'll treat you right over here.
All right. Okay. What's the tea? The pig is in. What's the tea? Come on, New England. Don't make Anthony upset tonight.
Calm
don't
down.
Make him mad.
You're trying to get to know your player. You know, you want to know what his favorite sandwich is. You want to know what his favorite color is. You want to know what's his favorite thing to dice up. Goodness. What does he like to cook in the kitchen? You got to know who your player is first. Cole, if the Steelers called you right now and they just said, "Hey, you're a Steeler," would you just say okay, or would you want them to ask them like about you?
I don't think
I would want them to ask me about them, because also too, if your first round pick is an investment into your team's future.
Yeah.
The draft is so important. If you screw up the draft, you may be setting yourself back 5 years. You have no idea. Look at the amount of teams who have screwed up the draft, and they are the teams that do not win.
Let's go! Right. Let's go! Drake May's a Patriot. Drake May is a Patriot. I told y'all. Drake May is a Patriot, baby. Where's my phone? I need to find my phone.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Yes.
Drake May is a Patriot. Now, Jeremiah, you're familiar
with the highlights, baby. Right? The highlights.
Wow. So, Anthony, what are you feeling right now? And I know you did your spiel, but how are you feeling right now? What can you say on behalf of all New England fans right now?
Hey, all I'm going to say is it's a fresh start. That's a bad man walking the stage right now.
I am happy. I am happy for Patriots fans. Congratulations, Patriots fans.
Now we have a division with all quarterbacks, please.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for this.
Yes. I know Drake May, he's a good quarterback.
No trades have been reported yet.
Ooh, he looks so good in that jersey. He has size, athleticism. He's an anticipated passer. Oh, but guess what? His pro comparison is Jordan Love. Can you tell us more about Jordan Love, Jasmine?
Hey, he listen. That's a bad man. You know, number 10 is a bad man.
That's a bad man. Listen, but guess who else is number 10? Drake May. Will be a bad man.
I believe this is a breath of fresh air for sure, Anthony, because we all know what New England was going through for years. You know, post Tom Brady, you guys went through a lot. I mean, a lot. And the direction was just all over the place. And now you finally got a guy you can hone in on, build around him. I've never been worried about the Patriots defense. Never, because they've always had top defenses. Always. Of course, you can always add and different things like that. But I feel like getting Drake May, a guy that can throw the ball, that has accuracy, that can do a lot of good things, you build around him, build around this team, and build it up. And I think that Mayo and this front office, I think they're going to do a great job. I think Robert Kraft, he knows how to put things together. We all know, we've seen that many times. He knows how to put things together. So this is a huge turning point for the New England Patriots. As of right now, we have the Cardinals going on the clock. The Arizona Cardinals are currently on the clock. I think we're all predicting them getting Marvin Harrison Jr. That's been, the biggest thing, of them getting him. But do we see Arizona getting someone else? Cole, do you think, besides Marvin Harrison Jr., do you see them getting anyone else?
No, I think it's going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. This was just tweeted out by Adam Schefter about 2 minutes ago. The Cardinals are not expected to trade pick number 4. After last year's movement all around the first round, the Cardinals are expected to stay put and take an offensive weapon. if they're going to take an offensive weapon,
It's
the
Marvin
best
Harrison.
guy available is Marvin Harrison Jr. Get Kyler Murray, someone he can throw the ball to. Because they definitely needed wide receiver 1 there. Who's their wide receiver 1 right now? Because Marquise Brown just left.
Yeah, he's gone. He went to Kansas City.
Yeah.
So I mean, then
it's this draft could potentially get crazy after 4. Really, it could. Because I think the Vikings, if the Vikings love J.J. McCarthy, which I've seen stuff that they do, they may be trying to trade up because you don't know what the Giants are going to do. The Giants are in one of the – they could take a receiver, they go quarterback, they go defense. The Giants need – they have so many
teams. The pick is
needs.
in, by the way.
Yes,
what?
The pick is in.
Pick's in.
The pick is in.
It has to be Marvin Harrison Jr. If I mean, it's obvious.
It is. It's Marvin Harrison, and on the off chance, I'm not saying it is, but on the off chance, it could be Malik Neighbors. He's really close with Marvin Harrison on people's draft boards.
Yes.
Now,
and Malik
if it's
Neighbors is
two,
dog.
I'm not surprised.
Right. This has to make sense, Arizona.
Look at Drake May with the new people of Foxborough. That's a people's man right there. I wish I was in Detroit. I would have gotten a picture with
He said, I wish I was in Detroit.
Yeah, I would. Listen, taking a picture with the draft pick and your team,
right?
And he's holding like a selfie stick up here. Come on. I just hope he's not a bust. I'm crossing my fingers he's not a bust.
I don't think he's gonna be, because I think when you're drafted by an organization like the Patriots, you're expecting winning culture. It's been a winning culture for the past 2 decades. And we're not gonna forget that bad man Tom Brady, the GOAT. He 6th round pick? I mean, come on. Nobody saw Brady doing that. Nobody saw it. So I think Drake May, he has the intangibles. He has the arm. He has the vision. I've seen him in big games. I saw what he can do. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals.
It's official.
I think that makes sense. I think that gives Kyler Murray a weapon that they desperately need. A proven guy. I mean, his dad was an all-pro receiver. His dad was a beast, so you add him to this mix. I think Arizona, this is a good pick for them. I do. Now we have those Chargers on the clock.
So with the Chargers,
now, when we look at the Chargers, let's talk about the Chargers, right? So they have Jim Harbaugh. They signed him. Coach Harbaugh is coming off the championship with Michigan. He knows how to develop guys. I mean, you have Justin Herbert there. The Chargers have always had talent, around them. You have so much talent these past 4 years, but they just never exceeded the expectations that people had on them. Where do you guys see the Chargers? What do you see them getting? Anthony, I want to start with you. What are the Chargers going to do with this pick? Because this is pick 5. Where could they go? Could they go get Malik Neighbors? Could they?
I believe so. I do think that the Chargers want to replace Keenan Allen. They want that kind of big play receiver. Now, there's a handful of big play receivers in this draft. But who do they like? Real question. Is Mike Williams, I don't think he's still with the team, is he?
No,
he's still there.
Cut.
Oh, he's still there?
He got cut.
Oh, he got cut.
So.
Okay.
Mike Williams?
Yeah, Mike Williams. I don't think he's there anymore. They cut him. So what about Josh Palmer?
I didn't even know that.
Josh Palmer is still there, and Quentin Johnson is still there.
So Quentin Johnson's coming off a shaky year. It was really terrible. Josh Palmer, I think they can.
Palmer, I've seen some good things from him.
But with the Chargers pick at 5, call me crazy, I can see them going Rome Odunze out of Washington.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
He fits that Chargers that prototype of receiver that Chargers that they normally have. Big physical guy. He's not the fastest, but he's physical and he can go catch the ball. He can go get the ball, and you can lob it up to him. I mean, and then I think right now, Coach Harbaugh, he's trying to build, trying to stack the chips. And if I am them, you have to get an offensive weapon if you're trying to compete with Mahomes. You have to go get an offensive weapon, 100%.
Oh yeah,
I think the Chargers could potentially take Brock Bowers too.
But I was gonna say it too because
that's another one.
Brock Bowers is there. And Brock Bowers would be another scary weapon for them. They need to get an offensive weapon in this draft. Like right now with this pick, if I'm the Chargers, you have to get an offensive weapon. You have to.
This is when the draft can really just become unpredictable.
Yeah.
It's this pick easily because they can go in a multiple of different directions.
Yeah.
Tight end's an option, wide receiver. If you want to get some pieces too for the defense side of the defensive side of the ball, they could go in a multiple different directions.
Now, I want to ask you guys this: do you think they get a running back?
No.
I think that'd be a terrible pick at 5. Actually, if they did do that, I would come on here and slam the pick and say it's stupid.
Because they don't have what's the running back's name? What's his name?
Eckler is now with the Commanders.
Yeah, Eckler's not there anymore. Could Blake Corum be an option?
I think it is.
Think about it. Think about it. Coach Harbaugh coached them. Think about it. Just throwing it out there. You don't have a running back right now. Blake Corum is, to me, probably the best running back in the draft right now. Would you, would you go get Blake Corum right now? Would you?
Yeah, but he's not a first round pick. I would entertain that idea in the 3rd round, but I do have some concerns about Blake Corum. Very undersized.
Because of his health.
Health
and
too.
Size.
I just don't know how well his game could translate to the NFL. I think he's a good running back, but he's a player I'm very unsure of.
I think Blake could be a guy that could be like 1-2 punch. He has to be in a 2-back system, not just him being the workhorse like a Derrick Henry or somebody like that. I don't think he's that. I think if you have him, who can I say? I don't know. I feel like, I'll be honest with you, Cole, if the Steelers were to draft him, I wouldn't be mad for y'all. With him.
I don't think the Steelers really do not need a running back because you have Najee, you have Jalen Warren, you have Cordero Patterson. So I just think it depends where he could fall to. If he falls, say he falls to the 5th round. I don't think he will. I think he's absolutely gone by then.
No later than the 3rd, I think.
Yeah, no later than the 3rd. He's not a first-round pick by any means.
Right.
I don't think there's going to be any running backs get picked in the 1st round.
No.
Yeah.
And if you're asking me, this draft is not running back heavy. Yeah, there's a lot of talented backs, but none of them are 1st-round caliber. 2nd round,
maybe that's what it gets.
Maybe it's a stretch, but 3rd round is when running backs will start coming
getting down all the way under 2 minutes.
Right. What do you think about the running back market nowadays?
Schefter has confirmed that they are keeping the 5th pick. Okay. So no trades yet.
Okay, good.
I think
if I'm them, Brock Bowers would be exceptional. Malik Neighbors or Dunze, that would be those 3 would make sense. But you never know. If I'm Harbaugh, I'm going to go get one of those guys. But they're letting the clock tick all the way.
The first trade down option, I'm going to go with the Bears. I think they will be the first trade. I think they're going to move number 9.
You really think so?
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I
think the Bears deserve 2 top 10 picks.
But what would the Bears do with those 2 top picks? Okay, we already saw them, they get Caleb, but what would they do at the 9th spot? What would they do?
I think you got to go receiver.
I would say I would rather go tackle. I think they should beef up that O-line just a little bit.
Yeah.
There are some talented tackles in this draft.
Yeah.
You got to remember, Joe Alt is still available. And he was, and I think he's the best prospect in this draft.
Yeah. Because you can never go on, especially you just draft the quarterback. You got to get some protection for him.
Yes. You can't have all these weapons. You can't have the best prospect in this draft and have no protection. That's a recipe for failure. When you get a new quarterback, the number one thing you got to do is protect him. Yeah. You cannot have a bad O-line. You cannot have a bad scheme. You cannot have mediocre to terrible weapons. Protection is number one. You want to keep him healthy. You want to keep his jersey clean. You want to keep all that good. If it goes south, he's not going to be in Chicago for long.
Yeah. They're going to go off of him, and they're going to go, and it's going to be, for Chicago, it's just going to be a continuous thing. You know, like, is it going to be, okay, you had Trubisky, then you had Justin, now you have Caleb. This is a trend now. This is a very not good trend. It's a trend like this. It's not improving anything. It's okay. We get maybe a year or two out of these guys, and then okay, we don't like it, and then we got 5 different coaches, different coordinators. That's not a recipe for a winning culture for a young quarterback. It's just not. So hopefully, like I said earlier, they put a scheme together for Caleb. But the pick is in for the Chargers. Let's see what the Chargers are going to do. So we're all thinking offensive weapon. Is that what we agree on?
Yeah, okay. I'm either going Brock Bowers, Romo Dunze, or I think they
Joe Alt to the Chargers. Whoa. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That threw me left. I'm confused. Give me a minute. Huh? Is anybody else confused?
We were just talking about them going to Chicago.
Right. I just said Joe Alt to the Bears, but he went to the Chargers. So now that raises the question. So what are the Chargers gonna do at receiver or running back? Well, let's not worry about running back right now. But what are the Chargers gonna do at receiver?
Okay, that's the first questionable pick in the draft.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a bad pick. Like, I think they could.
It's not a bad pick, but
I don't like that pick. I'm not a fan of that pick.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, let's bring on Dr.
You already have a good O-line. What do you need another one?
But they needed. I felt they needed a weapon.
My son is happy about that pick though, because my son is a Notre Dame fan. So Joe's a really good. He's a really good offensive lineman. He really is. And if our ball is trying to protect investments, quarterbacks and things like that, then you're going to have to go get a blind side that can really do it. And Joe Alt is a good player. And again, I know that because my son is a Notre Dame fan, and I follow my son, vicariously through him. But Joe Alt is a pretty good player.
I mean, you always need a protection for your quarterback, but we'll see what they're gonna do. But the Giants are now on the clock. Dr. Cedric.
So we have a bunch of options now. Brock Bowers, Neighbors, Odunze. If they wanted to go quarterback, they can go McCarthy. There's a whole lot of things that we can do right now. And I wouldn't be mad if they tried to bolster the line either. I wouldn't be mad if they tried to go get, there's a bunch of good tackles, offensive linemen in the draft this year. So I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Deshaun, who's still there. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they could go in they can go in many different options.
Giants have a lot of options.
I don't think Joe Alt is a bad pick at all because you got to protect Justin Herbert, and now you have 2 good tackles. I really don't hate that pick.
It's just Man, I that
I'm
gives people
surprised, but I don't
that,
hate
but
it.
that gives other teams a chance to get a Dunze and Neighbors. That gives them a chance.
Yeah, yeah.
So Daniel Jones has no guaranteed money
I mean, I guess
in
they say some.
2024.
The pick is in.
I'm hoping Neighbors, because Neighbors is a threat to stretch the field. I'm hoping
Yes.
Neighbors.
I can hear my mom in the living
That'd be
room,
a great
y'all.
pick for you guys.
I can
Maybe
hear my
next
mom in the
year's
living room right
if they don't
Oh
go quarterback
man.
here, I think that this is absolutely Daniel Jones' final chance. Even though I think they should have moved on
If
from
they
him.
go JJ McCarthy, if they go.
Well, there's a lot of
Yeah,
things
yeah.
in that war room going on right now that when Joe Alt was picked, a lot of things going on.
Oh, this just in. The Giants believe they can still build around Daniel Jones. They have confidence in him. It was May or bust.
They would
Hmm.
want to go get Drake May?
They wanted Drake May.
If he fell to sixth, they would have
Oh, were
taken
they
it.
assuming he was gonna fall?
I didn't think he
Yeah.
was ever going to fall because all three of
There
those
was no
teams
way he was
in the
gonna
top
fall.
three need a quarterback.
Mm.
Neighbors would be a good pick.
I think so.
There you go. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
Malik
go.
that's
Neighbors
how you
is
do that.
going to
Let's
the Big
go.
Apple.
Listen,
Neighbors.
Let's
wait
go.
a second. Wait a second. Let me.
And don't say trade. I don't want to hear that he got traded. I don't want to hear that.
Nah, I think that only happens in the NBA. Once you choose somebody in the NFL, that's your guy.
There he has the he has the same opportunities as OBJ. He's that type of receiver.
I agree. I do think.
Oh,
I
my
do
mother
think
is
Malik
jumping
Neighbors
up and
could be
down. She is
the next
thrilled.
big receiver for you guys.
My mother is thrilled about this pick.
He has that type of ability. Look at that.
And on top of that, I'm familiar with Malik Neighbors because I'm a Gators fan and I know what he's about. So, yeah, he's a different kind of guy. I think you need someone like that, and I'm really happy for the Giants fans right now because that's a big deal. But right now, being that, so we're gonna shift gears a little bit. I would love to bring on Bodine, Dr. Cedric. You're already on. I would love to bring on Dr. Felton and AJ Anderson to talk about kings of sports. So let's Cole, Anthony, Jeremiah. I'll bring you guys back on in a few minutes. We're gonna talk to the guys about kings of sports. Welcome to First Impression Sports Talk, all of you. I'm so grateful that you guys have agreed to be on the show. I'm very thankful for this. So I want to start by saying what this means for sports, black men in sports, black people in sports. This is a great moment, and this is inspiring to me, being that I'm a young person in sports and trying to make it and improve. So, Dr. Cedric Brown, I want to start with you and just tell us a little bit about this idea, and then I'll go around and you guys just explain what you guys want to bring to the audiences and bring to the world with Kings of Sports.
Well, the first thing is that we were all brought together, and we believe, as you can see on our logo, we were brought together by divine collaboration. Each one of us met another on LinkedIn, which I say is God's social media page, and through that, we came up with the idea of taking our stories on the road to inspire and empower young people in education and in athletics. And we kind of fashion it after those are who old enough to remember who the kings of comedy were. We
Right.
patterned it after that and called it Kings of Sports. And so myself, I call him Big Brother Bo, Bodine Sanders, Dr. Timothy Felton, and Dr. AJ Anderson have all something unique to bring to the table. And believe you me, if you are the administrator of a youth sports organization or the administrator for a high school or a school district, get in contact with the Kings of Sports, because we're coming to a city near you to bring you some information, some education, and some humor to help inspire and empower young people.
Absolutely, and I think that's exceptional, especially to young people like me and myself. And the learning doesn't stop, even though I graduated college. The learning doesn't stop; it continues. And I feel like this would be a great opportunity for young people to tune in and watch you guys just talk about things that are going on in sports and really giving your expertise and your knowledge based off of your positions as sports enthusiasts. I'll consider you guys sports enthusiasts. Dr. Felton as well. What for you personally? What does this mean for you for Kings of Sports, and what do you plan on bringing, far as to the audiences and to young people in sports?
Yeah, for me, like I said, my passion and purpose is working with youth athletes and student athletes. So for me, like I said, the divine collaboration with the other three brothers, it's an amazing feat that we came up with. Hoping to go out into like I said, all the cities and country throughout the country, pretty much bring student success to a lot of student athletes. We have a lot to offer from our past experiences. Like I said, we all played athletics. I did football and track.
Right.
Had a couple of NFL workouts that we get drafted, but I had my education to fall back on pretty well. For me, it's more about the student component of it, the education component of it. Like I said, I'll be touching on the middle school component of it, whereas Dr. AJ will be doing the high school component. Dr. Zed will be doing the college, and then one of will be doing the relationship building component of it. But just excited to be able to share my experiences with both students and student athletes.
Yeah, and I agree. And that's a big thing because we need, like again, we need people like that to speak up, for student athletes and things like that, and just the life of the student athlete and how we can improve all of that for everyone. Dr. Anderson, I've talked to you before many a times. You were a guest. I think you were a guest on one of the shows I've done before, and we talked before. So, great to have you on again. I'm so glad that you're back. I'm really excited to have you on. Just for you, what does King of Sports mean to you? What legacy do you want to leave with this?
Well, first, just thank you for having me on the show today here. But whenever we're talking about the King of Sports, this is a divine collaboration, great opportunity to work with three great brothers and to be able to provide and give back. So for me, I look at being able to give back to people who young men, women, especially of color, who haven't had that opportunity, who or the parents may not understand what's going on or how to deal with the college process, and especially with me focusing on the high school students. So being able
Right.
to provide some information to help them choose the right college, and I just look at my experience when I went through it, being a young athlete, and then just being able to connect with these three brothers here is just a great opportunity. And really, just I want to be able to give back, provide some of my experiences, so people don't make some of the same mistakes that I made. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just
Absolutely.
want to be able to serve and just serve others. So.
And that's absolutely correct because being that you able to have that experience and you had your experiences, you can teach others about how to either follow that path because that's the path that worked for me, but also that this was not good, I didn't like that, stay away from that, and I'll help you navigate your way through sports because we all know the sports industry stuff. We know it's tough. Whatever sector you're trying to get into in sports, it's a tough industry, but you can make it as long as you put your best foot forward and continue to put in the hard work. Finally, last but not least, Bodine, you're a girl dad. I remember, listening to you on Dr. Cedric's show a couple of weeks ago, and the importance of relationship building. How would you use Kings of Sports to show the importance of relationships and making sure you're building those relationships with people in the industry and helping the youth build relationships?
Well, first of all, Jasmine, thank you for having us.
Of
And
course.
it's about paying attention. So I just noticed that you have that Michael Jackson poster hanging out the corner
Yeah.
of your room,
Right.
It's about paying attention, right? Seeing people for who they are, right? And building relationships, just like we're building a relationship. I'm on the campus of middle schools and high schools and some colleges. Uh, we all have the opportunity to share our experiences about building relationships, and it's important. We all know it's important. Some people like transactional relationships,
Right.
and some people understand that transformative relationships work even more. So, we're excited to do what we do, right?
Yeah.
We're just going to do what we do and have fun doing it. And I'm testing the waters, and I'm asking people what they think about the idea. And there are some high school and middle school leaders that they like what they hear. So
Right.
we're going to make this thing happen.
Right, absolutely. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm really, really excited for it, and just really happy that to have, individuals like yourselves teach me and teach others how to improve and how to build relationships. And I'm super, super excited. And of course, I'm excited for you guys to be on my show to talk about the draft and enjoy this great night in sports, not just in football, but just in sports in general, bringing everyone together, showing everyone, supporting your favorite team, whether they're not playing or not, just supporting a lot of these young people that are getting drafted and having more opportunities to better themselves in the league. So thank you all. I will have you. I see some memorable. I see a Steelers fan. I see an Eagles fan. So I'll bring you guys on when your pick is up, because I want to know what y'all think, what's going to happen, right? What I want to see what's going to happen with y'all picks. So I'll see you guys later. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come right back. So let's bring on the guys, Jeremiah, Anthony, Cole. Let's talk a little bit about, what the Titans just did. The Titans got an O lineman. I saw that. And wait, is Logan in the building? Logan should be in. Producers, is Logan in? Yes.
Oh, what is
Logan!
up, Jasmine? How you doing?
Hey, what is up? The pick is in.
The
So
pick is in. I'm ready.
I am super excited. This is Logan, guys. He is my supervisor at work.
How y'all doing?
I'm really excited. He's a Falcons fan. So, Cole,
Die hard.
Logan, what are you expecting?
Hey, how you doing?
I know we talked a little bit. What are you expecting the Falcons to do with this?
I mean, we got to go edge. Like we've went away from it every year. It's always a problem. We haven't produced sacks. It's got to be an edge this year. If not, I mean, I can see us trading down possibly and maybe still getting one of the top guys. So I'm just trying to see what we're going to do here.
Yeah, the pick is in. So, I mean, guys,
I got it.
What do you guys think the Falcons should do? I mean, let's start with Cole. What are the Falcons going to do? What are they going to do?
The pick for me is Dallas Turner, edge out of Bama.
I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
And I think that would be a great pick. Anthony?
I agree. I would go with Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner definitely screams Falcon to me.
Jeremiah, you agree? I don't know if you heard me, but anyway.
To be honest, yeah, I would agree with Cole.
Go ahead.
I said I will agree with Cole. I think that's their best direction that they should be going in. And because right then and there, I just feel like that should be their thing. Or either I would say get somewhere at safety.
Yeah, I feel we've been going skill position every year, so it's time for defense. This is a defensive draft for us.
Yeah, for the Falcons, I would definitely go defensive for me. I mean, Dallas Turner would make sense. Alabama produces defenders like crazy, so I mean, you get someone like that on the edge. I mean, you're playing the division. You got Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Bryce Young. You got to get somebody that can wreak havoc and cause problems for them. And I think that the Falcons, when you look at the AFC, the NFC South, right? There's a lot of questions, but any team could emerge. Literally, any team can emerge. I just think the Falcons, as of late, have made most of the better moves to me. On both sides of the ball. They've built around. I just think, they had some, hiccups here and there. And I think the division's wide open. It's been a wide open division for the longest time. So, we'll see. I think the Falcons, they should go Dallas Turner. I mean, that would make sense. And, of course they're looking to win the division. So if you want to win the division, you gotta bulk up this team. New coach, new scenery. You got different people. You got Kirk Cousins at quarterback now. So there's a lot of things that the Falcons are trying to do, and I think you have to go get a defender right here. You have to, especially a Dallas Turner. So don't tell my dad I said that, because he's a Bucks fan.
Bucks fan.
He'll
A lot of
call
people
later.
around here are. Yes, they are.
We'll definitely see what my dad's gonna say, because he might have a different opinion. But
okay,
we'll definitely see. I'm in that division. If I had to pick somebody to root for, it would be the Falcons.
Hey, come on over.
We'll keep that in house. But
I'll keep it at Whole Foods.
Keep it at Whole Foods. Exactly.
I'll keep it at Whole Foods.
But everyone, let's talk about the Titans a little bit. They went JC Latham. What do you guys think about that? From Bama? Do you agree with that?
I like it.
Whoa.
I'm watching the Pat McAfee one, so I don't know if I'm behind or not. So
I hear the bell. Hold on, I hear it in the living room.
I see it in the back.
They just went quarterback.
No, they didn't. Did they? Oh, wow.
So serious.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Wow.
They went quarterback.
Okay.
They went Michael Penix.
What?
All right.
They went Michael Penix.
They went Michael Penix.
Wait.
I had the dude from Gamecocks coming later in my mock draft, but yeah.
Oh, Xavier
That's
Legette?
crazy.
The Rattler.
What?
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, I had him going later for us, but wow. Okay.
Michael Penix.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
Interesting. Interesting. See, every year. This is every year. Look, I'm already getting texts right now. I'm getting like 5 texts.
What is happening? Wait.
Oh, man.
Can we please get Dr. Cedric Brown back in here?
Yeah, let's bring Dr. Cedric back in, because I'm trying to
There's
figure out
no
what
way
just
he called.
I think we're pulling
it.
I
called it.
I
told you.
He called it. He did call
Michael Penix Jr. at Atlanta.
Wow.
I called it.
Okay. All right. I'm not mad at
called
it
it.
either. I like the Steelers approach. You have a veteran, you have a young guy.
Right.
True.
Right. Because
it's a good idea.
they have a veteran there. They have a veteran there. They can bring him in. They can sit him. They can let him learn for about a year or so. And then if you want to go away from the veteran, you go away from the veteran. But I agree with you, young brother Logan, that you all needed an edge rusher. Maybe you can at some point in time you can grab that edge rusher at a later time, somewhere down in the second or third round or something like that. But I don't think it's a bad pick.
No, a QB was definitely a need. I just didn't know they were going to go that quickly.
That route though. That route, yeah. Interesting. So Michael Penix Jr. is a Falcon. Now, Cole, I know you're not big on Michael, so what do you think about this? Cole is not big on Michael Penix.
Okay.
I mean, there's things that I like that he showed in the semifinals of the college football playoff that I like.
Yeah, against Texas, yeah.
The arm talent was just first. I mean, he balled out that game.
Yeah.
Balled out. I mean, he was phenomenal in that game. He could move up in the pocket.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I have injury concerns. And also, as well, like in the national championship, I didn't see anything there. Like, I didn't – like, he did not ball out like he did. If he would have balled out like he did in that semifinal game in the national championship, I think Washington –
he'd have been a Commander. Good call,
national championship,
That's
and I would be so much more confident in that.
Like that.
I see the talent as to why they like him, but I don't know. I don't love the pick.
This goes to show me that they're doing like Logan said. They're doing the Steelers thing. let him sit. I think and Cole, me and you talked about this before. I think you said this on a show before, where you think that these quarterbacks coming in, it would be better for them to sit a year. It would be better for them to just, not just be thrown in the fire like Drake May and Jaden Daniels, and of course the 3 picks, Caleb Williams as well. They're going to be thrown in. There's no, we're just going to wait and see. No, it's your time now. This is your team. So, Michael Penix Jr., he gets to sit behind and see how everything goes. And see, how offenses ran, how to read defenses. This could be very good for him. He already has the talent. It's just recognizing certain things. I think his decision making in that championship game was a little interesting, but I think I was not expecting them to go this route.
No, I expected them to go Dallas Turner, edge out of Bama. I just thought
Odunze.
Defense, like you get a defensive mind coach in
Chicago
Raheem
just got
Morris.
Odunze.
Wait. Did the Vikings just trade with the Jets?
Wait, what just happened?
Whoa.
Hold on.
Man.
They did.
Yep.
We got our first trade.
Well, they did.
So the Vikings now have 10, 11, and 23? No way. Nah.
Oh, they're about to go crazy. What did they give up? What just happened? Can somebody go get that for me?
I have to think that the Vikings are probably trading 23. But I mean,
they're going quarterback, right? JJ McCarthy.
They have to go.
I think they're going to go quarterback. One of these picks,
JJ McCarthy at 10.
One of these picks, they're quarterback.
But Roma Dunze with the Bears.
So you have Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Odunze.
Roma.
That's a good
receiver.
And with Caleb Williams under help.
That's a good one.
Well, they got to make it count. That means the Packers got to go cornerback.
I have not. I will just say too about
safety.
the trade.
None you know.
The details have not been announced yet.
Wow.
Have not gotten any of the details about the trade.
And question is, I wonder what the Jets are going to do. I think they need to go
offensive tackle.
Sure.
They have to go offensive tackle. They have to.
Oh,
they did beef up that O-line in the offseason, though, I believe.
So the Vikings have the 10th pick and the Jets have the 11th. They just switched places.
So, and you said, Cole, there's no details? Oh, so
no details yet. I'm still trying to find that out. Schefter did tweet a minute ago that Minnesota going to New York Jets spot at number 10. So I'm going to guess
they
that
have to be going JJ McCarthy here.
Yeah.
Is there any other quarterbacks you can think of?
No.
It has to be JJ.
I mean, would the Jets really take would the Jets would not take a quarterback?
No.
I mean, less if you want to have JJ McCarthy sit
No.
behind.
No.
Well,
Zach Wilson's gone, so who's the backup? Who's the backup to Aaron Rodgers now?
Exactly, because Zach Wilson.
It's not
Zach
Mike White no
Wilson's
more. I think he's in Atlanta.
Zach Wilson is gone.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's gone. Mike White. I'm not. I think he's gone too.
Mike White. I don't know if Mike White is still there.
Mike White, he's in Miami.
All right.
Mike White, he's in Miami.
So there is no backup to Aaron Rodgers. So maybe. But then now that raises the question. Here it is.
It's got to be JJ.
So the Vikings get the 10th overall and a 6th rounder, and the Jets get the 11th overall, a 4th round, and a 5th round. That's insane.
But here's my question that I'm going to argue. Do you really think the Jets were going with a quarterback? Because I'm not sure. I don't think so. So I'm not sure I see the point in trading up one spot if they're not, because I have to think that the Vikings are going to take a quarterback. And I didn't think the Jets would take one because you are investing so much in Aaron Rodgers where this is your year to win. So you need to get pieces to go and that you can put around Aaron Rodgers.
Well, to your point,
It's a
Cole.
weapon.
To your point,
whatever they decide to do.
They let them. They knew that they wanted JJ McCarthy, probably, right? So,
yeah.
And then you're going to get something for allowing them to trade up, right? So now you in their 11th pick, I think they go offensive tackle, and then you continue to bolster that defense, right? Because that AFC East is a beast out there, right? So you got to do that because Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers need great talent to do the things that he does? He's like Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady didn't have a bunch of talent. He just had a bunch of guys that really knew what he wanted to do, and he knew what they could do, right? So I think that they go offense around Aaron, and then those other picks that they received from Minnesota, I think that they go defense.
Yeah, because and to your point too, Dr. Cedric, we saw the first game Aaron played. His own lineman, when he got injured, missed the block. He missed the block. I mean, you can never predict injury, but things like that, Aaron got sacked essentially, and the ankle got popped. You know what I mean? So if I'm the Jets, you got to go give an older quarterback protection who's coming off an Achilles injury, which he has made great strides, by the way. That's just exceptional, though. So
got to protect his blind side. Have to.
Yeah.
What Dr. Anderson definitely might be true too. That's maybe someone else. I mean, we don't know yet all the specific details. I'd be really curious to hear as to another team that could have been trying to trade up with the Jets is the Broncos. They need a quarterback. You cannot tell me they're going to roll with Zach Wilson. Yeah, they're not rolling with Zach Wilson.
He's not the answer.
They got Zach Wilson to him, right?
Right, he's in Denver.
There's no possible way.
Yeah.
I think they go JJ McCarthy here.
So who does that leave the Broncos with then?
I don't know what they do. They need so many.
Bo Nixon. That would make sense. Bo Nixon is still there.
Yeah.
That would be such a reach if they took Bo Nix. I'm sorry. I don't think JJ McCarthy is a first-round quarterback. I think he fits perfectly in the second.
Or could the Vikings go Bo Nix?
No way. I don't think the Vikings would go Bo Nix here.
I think
there's no way that the Vikings would trade up and not get a quarterback. But JJ McCarthy just won the national championship. I think they want that winning mindset. So I think the Vikings go JJ McCarthy here.
The pick is in. Let's see. Wow, I'm really shocked. I'm still shocked about Atlanta still. Like that. Wow.
That's a huge stunner.
That was huge.
And I mean,
huge.
How many people or how many teams was going to go for Michael Penix? And the Falcons stole him, essentially.
Also, another thing about Penix is he's an older first-round quarterback.
Yeah.
So and it's the same thing too with Bo Nix. There's another reason why I don't love the pick. Similar to the Kenny Pickett situation in Pittsburgh, even though good riddance, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah,
he was.
Where is Kenny Pickett? Where is he at?
The Eagles.
At the Eagles.
Okay.
Gonna go sit behind. He's gonna go sit behind Hurts. He ain't sniffing the field unless Hurts gets hurt.
Unless Hurts gets hurt.
Is it on commercial or something?
No, it's coming right now.
Yeah, they're starting to announce the pick right now.
All right, well, we already know what this is going to be. J.J. McCarthy to the Vikings, and I do not like the pick.
Well, hold on. The Falcons stunned us. Well, let's see what the Vikings.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know.
You don't know what to believe now. Your Everything has been thrown out the window. Now it's like you got to keep an open mind. They're going quarterback, but it could be anybody. They could mess around and get
Do
Spencer
y'all
Rattler.
think? So if it is JJ, do you think it fits for the Vikings? Is this a good fit for the Vikings?
It has to be. If not, they trade up for nothing.
All right, let's see.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Proud of you, kid. Yup, JJ McCarthy is a Viking. The national champion is going to Minnesota.
I don't know about him though. Like, oh my goodness.
Hey, let's just hope Jay Jealous is healthy when he gets there.
So that means Denver might go for Bo Nix. That has to be.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a bad pick for Denver.
Yeah, it's definitely
bad pick.
You think that'll be a bad pick for Denver?
Yes, I do, because I don't like. I'm going him off of the talent. I don't see Bo Nix and JJ McCarthy to me are similar. Second round. If they took Bo Nix,
he can toss it.
Can Bo Nix deal with Sean Payton?
That's a good.
That's another thing.
That is a good question. Very good question.
We never really think about the coaches and who these quarterbacks are going.
All I know is Sean Payton is on the hot seat. He is, to me.
I would agree with that. Although, even though I don't.
Yeah, I do agree.
I really don't. They don't have any talent there. Like if Bo Nix goes to the Denver,
I think Sutton is still there. Sutton is really good.
Yeah, I mean Sutton is still there, but they don't have.
Yeah, they don't have Judy
anymore.
over there anymore.
Yeah,
like
Judy went to the Browns.
You have one weapon to work with, really, in Cortland Sutton,
which is not enough.
Not especially in that division. Not enough.
Here's what I'm going to question: does Denver have a second round pick?
Let me look.
I couldn't tell you all the trades that have happened with picks. It's crazy.
You said this.
I have no idea. I imagine they do, though.
Denver does not have a second round pick.
They do not. Okay.
They do not.
It has to be Bo Nix. Even though if they did have a second round pick, I was going to say maybe they go another position. You look at what do they need? They need like everything. Like they need so much in Denver.
A lot of stuff.
And if they had a second round pick, I was going to say maybe you try and you see if Bo Nix is there in the second.
So Jets, their pick is in. So we're thinking a tackle. I'm thinking tackle.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna think the Jets are gonna go tackle.
Right, blind side. Gotta go left tackle.
Yeah, they gotta go left tackle.
Dallas turning to the Raiders.
That's
a rumor that was just swirling around.
Oh well, their head coach is a defensive guy, right?
Yeah.
He was outstanding linebacker for who? The New York Football Giants.
Yeah. That now you think about that. You got Christian Wilkins with Crosby and Turner in a division where you're playing against Justin Herbert, whoever the Broncos, if maybe Bo Nix, and then Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, so Brock Bowers is obviously fallen.
Yes.
The top 10 has a lot to do with his injury.
I think Brock Bowers goes to Indianapolis.
That would not be a bad
good pick.
That would be a good pick for them.
Really? That's me.
With Richardson, my guy Richardson. Yeah,
Brock Bowers to Indianapolis. I'm calling it.
I can say that too.
Olu Fashanu continues to fall. If he is there at 20, that has to be the Steelers pick. Has to.
Go ahead.
If he is
Well,
there
hey,
at 20,
Dr.
going
Anderson
all
will
on him,
Dr.
easily.
Anderson will probably agree with you when you bring Dr. Anderson back on. He's a Pittsburgh
What if
fan.
the
He will
Jets get a
probably agree with
defensive
you.
player here? We gotta play this person twice a year, so this counts.
Ah! What happened? Let me see.
Oh, a new
Offensive.
Fosterman.
I told you, offensive lineman.
Yeah,
Gotta
they
protect
had to go with the blind side. They gotta protect Aaron Rodgers.
That's a good pickup for them.
Not unless they go quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round. But who's going to be available at that point?
Isn't that all the quarterbacks? Bo Nix the last one.
No, there's more in this draft.
I'm trying to think of who.
Yeah.
There's one out of Washington State. There's one quarterback
good.
out of Iowa.
I saw him play against Washington. He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
The Washington State quarterback is good. He's good.
I seen it's not Iowa. It's the dude out of Missouri. What's his name? His running back was
I forgot about him. He's good.
Yeah, he's in this draft class too.
And
then I think the Kentucky quarterback is.
What's his name? I'm not really too big on him. The Kentucky's QB.
Yeah.
They ran the ball a lot with what's his name?
Davis.
Yeah, Davis.
Broncos pick is in.
I remember that.
It's gonna be Bo Nix.
Yeah,
it gotta be Bo Nix.
Because why do you let Zach Wilson stay? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with Zach Wilson? Lose?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I would just bury him in the depth chart. Just bury him. He stinks. He's not a good quarterback.
Oh man, you gotta go Bo Nix, Denver.
Yeah,
now,
even I mean,
because he's a Broncos fan too, so I'm gonna talk to him later when he comes off of the Bucs. So then we got Raiders, Saints, Colts. Now, guys, could you see Brock Bowers following all the way down to the Bengals?
I don't think that's a
I don't think Indianapolis passes him up.
I don't think so either, because the Bengals just signed Mike Gesicki. So I don't see a reason to get Brock Bowers.
Mike had his moment.
Yeah, listen, as a Dolphin, he had his moments. As a Patriot, he had some moments too, but we didn't have a quarterback to give him the ball. So
I thought
he's going to have a field day over.
Yeah.
All right, Broncos, what are you going to do? Are you going to give your fans a heart attack?
Yes, they always do. Because if you're the Broncos here, where do you even start? Where do you even begin with? Because you need an entirely new team.
Quarterback.
They need a new coach.
Well, let's not bring coaches in here just yet. Let's wait till training camp.
They need a new coach. Yeah, Sean Payton, bad idea.
So you gotta think Sean Payton should retire.
I agree.
I think this is his last year. I do.
Yeah, he should go back to television. Go back to television.
Yeah, because you had it when you signed with Denver. It had to work with Wilson. It had to work. That was an ugly, especially with the rumor of the injury clause in the contract. That was a bad look, very bad look. And then it's not like y'all were losing. You were winning. You beat the Chiefs, and you go to Russell and say, "Hey, we're gonna need you to do this, or you getting benched." No, I don't like that. And then you bench him.
Yeah, I mean,
because if he got hurt, He was going. You had to pay him.
Yeah,
So don't play him so he can't get hurt, and then you can get rid of him.
yeah.
Right.
I think Sean Payton is gonna continue to have bad luck, especially that whole Bounty Gate thing in New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm okay.
But
So what do we think
Bron-
on Denver's? What do we think about Denver's New Jersey, the Mile High collection?
I think, but the Broncos are just a stinker right now because the Broncos are one of those franchises that just one of those franchises that was dominant at a point, and now they're like after Payton. Obviously, when you notice when a quarterback like that of a magnitude like a Payton or a Tom, guys like that leave, it leaves a big dent in the whole organization. The life is sucked out. They haven't gotten right ever since Peyton left. They haven't
Yeah,
gotten the quarterback situation right. You hope Wilson was going to do something, but that was a disaster. That was a disaster, and I feel bad for us because those 2 years are like 2 years gone off your career. That's a stain. And I mean, I think Bo Nix would fit. What, but I don't know if Bo Nix and Sean Payton. I don't know if Sean Payton has the patience. To me, he doesn't feel like a patient coach to me. He doesn't feel like that to me
yeah,
because I
no,
feel like
no fun.
I don't know how
It's
they're going
either
to build around Bo
it's either
Nix.
Bo Nix or they go with Brock Bowers, because Brock Bowers is a talent that can turn things around. You're right,
He
because
can,
he's not just a tight end; he's a receiver.
he's a blocker. He does a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Right. He does it all. He's literally a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. He is a cheat code. He is a player that can change the game at any moment. So do
But
you want
Bo
to bring
Nix has
something
to
like
be
that?
tough enough, mentally tough enough. He has to be mentally tough enough to deal with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is a Bronco.
Facts.
Bo Nix is heading to Denver.
Ooh,
Let the games begin. Let the
Now
games begin.
the organization is not going to allow Sean Payton to mess this up.
No,
Yeah.
they
Right?
can't.
They will get rid of
no.
Sean Payton before they try to move Bo Nix on.
But yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually like Bo Nix. I like the way he lasers the football and he's
He
able to
does.
push
He
it
does.
downfield. He's not
He's one of those
afraid.
quarterbacks you got to watch out for.
Right.
You just got to build around him. And Sean Payton, I don't know. Sean Payton got a year with this kid. I don't.
Well, but Bo's been around. He's been in several different programs. He's played did he play 5 or 6 years in college?
Yeah,
And
he did.
able to see
He's a veteran.
different schemes,
Yeah,
different types of offenses. He tossed it around a lot. So um, I think he can be successful if he can deal with Sean Payton.
yeah. I just
So now
that
you have so let's ask this question. Do you think Bo Nix is a bridge quarterback for the Broncos, or do you think that's a franchise player?
Depends on what they put in front of him, right?
yeah,
Is it the same
Yeah,
offense that they ran in New Orleans? Is it the West Coast style? Is it you know uh, run pass option? What is it that they do?
right.
And Sean Payton has been in his time a offensive savant when it comes to
Yeah.
doing things. Because the Saints were always good in the NFC and that South. They were always good down there, competitive. So you can't take away. He's just he's a egomaniac, and
Yes.
he's got to learn that even when you come in the NFL, these young men, they need mentors, they need tutoring and things like that. And if they don't have a older veteran over top of them, then it sits on the coach, right? It sits on the coach. So
yeah,
I agree.
Raiders going edge rusher. I'm telling you, it's Dallas Turner. I guarantee.
I think the Raiders go Brock Bowers here. I really think they go tight end.
I said earlier Dallas Turner for the Raiders because that was the rumor that was going around. If it like imagine you got Crosby, Christian Wilkins, and Turner on that D line against
their defense is crazy.
You're Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes. I mean,
I think Vegas has to go. It's just obvious to me, but they really need to go defense.
Yes,
because we're playing against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, and there's another team too. They got a lot of team needs.
Yeah. Who is their quarterback?
Oh,
their quarterback is Aiden O'Connell, and with the backup of Gardner Minshew. Let's see what the Raiders do.
Hey, Jan, Bo said he'll share his thoughts with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I told you the Raiders went Brock Bowers. I told you they went Brock Bowers. I didn't lie. I called it.
Did they just take a tight end last year?
So serious.
I mean, I'm not mad at that pick for them. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not, but the quarterback is the question.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Hey, look. I'm not a Raiders fan, but don't sleep on Aiden O'Connell. He actually played solid the last season. I believe in him. I think this will be a good weapon for him.
Brock Bowers is gone.
Yeah, Brock Bowers to the Raiders.
That's a good pick for them.
You know what? Let me just walk through my thought process on how I got to this conclusion. Didn't Darren Waller retire?
Yeah, he did.
There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah, but he was in New York.
No.
He was
in
New
York.
New York. He was the Giants.
But I think he wanted to retire as a Giant. So he may.
I have Bo Dean. If you hear me, we're gonna bring you on for Jacksonville for sure. Jacksonville has. Jacksonville doesn't have a pick, right? Oh yeah, they do. They have the 17th pick. So Jacksonville 17th pick.
Yeah.
Raider Nation is celebrating.
What are the Saints gonna do?
Ooh, that's a good.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Raiders.
I heard they are listening to trade offers.
I can see it.
I don't know what could they get Dallas Turner though. Cam Jordan is still there.
Yeah, get them on the other side of.
Could they could go Dallas Turner. I mean, I would if I'm the Saints. I'll go Dallas Turner. Because you still got Derek Carr. You have a receiving core. The Saints have a receiving core. You still have. I just had what. They should get Dallas Turner for sure. So now, what are the Colts gonna do?
I don't know what the Colts do now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna make another trade.
It has to be a trade. Because if not, I think
who's available is the question.
See, since the Colts just re-signed Michael Pittman, I don't think they would go receiver here.
No.
So maybe they go tackle too. Because Quentin Nelson is kind of getting up there in age.
I can see Brock Bowers in that black and silver.
Yeah.
I can't see him in that black. You know what?
Nah, no lie.
No, you got Devontae Adams.
Around those dogs on that team.
Kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy though. Like that's kind of nasty.
Hey, Patrick Mahomes better watch out, man. The Raiders are not playing.
Man,
when the schedule releases in May,
listen, Brock Bowers versus Travis Kelce twice a year. Tight end showdown.
I would pay money to see that.
That
The current
that's
star versus a future star. I would pay to see that.
I just hope O'Connor can get him the ball. Get that man the ball.
Let him get open. Let the coach make a play for Brock Bowers. If Brock Bowers is put in like a cage and he's told to be a system tight end, he's not going to work. Nowadays, these young cats like to play backyard football. Let them do what they do. Let them run the route they like to run. Let them use their strength to their advantage. If they want to be a systematic player, then it's hardly ever going to work. I say let the kid play football.
I would love for the Saints here to get Dallas Turner. I would. Especially Cam Jordan is still there. He's getting older. He can still play, but I would get Dallas Turner. Now, there are 2 receivers still left on the board. We got Mitchell and Worthy. They're still available. I don't know who would want to get him, get either one of them, but they're still on the board. The teams I want to see what the Bills are going to do. I want to see what Dallas is going to do. The Steelers, of course. I want to see what, especially them, I want to see what they're going to do.
I think the Bills have to go receiver. They got to replace Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. They got to go receiver.
So could they go Mitchell or Worthy?
I honestly think they go Brian Thomas. Because Brian Thomas is still available.
Yeah. I think we should trade up.
Yeah. Because if Brian Thomas falls out of the first round.
Because honestly, who is Josh Allen throwing to?
Exactly. He's only throwing to Dalton Kincaid and James Cook right now. And Khalil Shakir.
Shakir's good, but he's not
good.
I don't think he's the number 1.
No, he's not. He's just like a role player. It's a bench guy.
Yeah.
When you want your star players to get a break or they want like some water or whatever, you put Khalil Shakir in, let him get some reps and then take him out. They don't have an X receiver right now. They don't have a Y receiver.
And I don't think that's not good for Josh.
Exactly.
No.
Oh, the Saints didn't trade their pick. The pick is actually in.
Dallas Turner.
I can
do it. They do need a tackle.
I think it will be Dallas Turner. That's their best option.
Talise Fuaga is still there. If that was the Steelers' pick, I'd be okay with that. Terrion Arnold is still there
what
too.
What if Dallas Turner goes to the Steelers?
They don't need an edge, so I wouldn't do it. You have Watt and you have Highsmith coming off the edge. I mean, Dallas Turner's a good football player, but I just don't see edge as the most pressing need for the Steelers.
And then the Steelers do the total opposite. Now, what if the Packers? If we can make it, I did say we need an edge. But we'll see.
If you guys get an edge,
Green Bay would get a kicker or something like that, or a running back.
If you guys get an edge, Jasmine, I'm thinking you guys get Chop Robinson out of Penn State.
I heard about that. Yeah.
I'd like that pick.
Most of the mock drafts has us going defense. Hopefully.
Yes.
Or you guys could replace Brian Bulaga. And just go
Bulaga and Bakhtiari.
And Bakhtiari. That was the other one. I always forget his name, but I know he's a Packers legend.
Yeah, David Bakhtiari. I think it's safe to go Dallas Turner. But then you got the Colts, Seahawks, then Jacksonville, Bengals. Nah, Bengals in desperate need of O-line. They've been in desperate need of O-line for how long?
Forever, it feels like.
2 years now, like 3 years now. Crazy.
You got to keep Joe Burrow healthy.
there are some good players that the Steelers can take at 20. Definitely some good players still on the board. A lot of good players still on the board. So as long as they get a team need, I would not be upset if they went corner.
The Saints went tackle out of Oregon State. I
You
can't
did
say his
call
name.
it.
I'm
Waga.
gonna mispronounce it.
To at least say
Yeah.
Fuaga.
Fuaga.
And Cole, isn't that who you wanted?
Fuaga.
Yeah. Another guy just
Oh,
mentioned.
I don't know.
Gone.
His last name's kind
So
of fun to say. Fuaga. Fuaga.
And Dallas Turner's going to Indy.
he was a
Like I said.
Listen.
I don't know. You also said
you don't
Brock
have-
Bowers to
listen,
Indy.
no defense yet. It's been all offense.
So 14 offensive players.
Yes, no
It's,
defense
look,
yet.
it's going to be a record of how many offensive players are taken in the first round. It's going to be a record. We're not even halfway through the first round yet, and it's already 14 players.
I don't think I've ever seen. Have we seen? I don't think I've seen this before. Where it's 14 straight offensive players.
Nah.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Well, the league is changing. They're trying to. The league is
I don't
changing.
recall.
The league is so different.
Well, the league is changing.
Coming straight from me watching Super Bowl 41 with the Bears and the Colts, and then seeing how the NFL is today, it's like it's so different. I seen Bob Sanders light up somebody the other day, and I was like, "Ooh, that was clean." But nowadays, you hit him like that, it's unnecessary contact.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh,
Yes.
what is this?"
Like
No, they're trying to protect the investments. They're protecting the investments.
Yeah. But it's like,
And there's another Pacific Islander young man going to play in the NFL, which is, I'm out here in Utah, and Pacific Islander student athletes are really big out here in Utah. So that's good to see that young man represent his culture.
I kind of like Pacific Islanders in the league. I like seeing players of different nationalities represent their cultures in the NFL, like as they're coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
As some players come from Germany, some come from Sweden, some come from the UK, and they come to America and play American football. I love to see.
And then we look at too, you see the league is starting to venture off into different countries and stuff, and we see all these different games happening, which is going to be good because football should be a worldwide sport. You have rugby; it comes from that. So I would love to see that, like in the future, like the Olympics, like the USA team, best guys against England's best guys, or something like that, like how they have in the NBA. But it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot.
Yeah.
So, calculating too as to which conferences has produced the most draft picks. Now, granted, I am counting some of the schools from the Pac-12 to the Big Ten, since that is now official. So Caleb Williams, now they're in the Big Ten. So 7 Big Ten picks so far. And yes, I'm counting Washington, USC, and Oregon now in the Big Ten. So
interesting.
Yeah. And then the SEC comes in at 4. And then obviously 1 Pac-12 with Talisa Fuaga.
Colts are still on the clock, by the way, so we're like. So the biggest question too, piggyback off of the Vikings, there's still conversation of Justin Jefferson and his contract. Do you think they're going to get the contract done?
It's going to be tough because he is going to demand a hefty price.
Yes.
Big hefty price. So that's going to be one of those things that's going to be interesting to see if they are able to re-sign him, which you want to hope you can re-sign him, but especially too today with the contracts with AJ Brown, like his price tag just goes up even more.
Yeah, because Justin's gonna look at that. Justin's gonna look at that for sure. Hey, I'm him. Like, and he is him. I mean, he is him. There is no question about that.
Yeah, I mean he's the best receiver in the league right now.
The best receiver in the league? Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Do y'all agree?
Jay Jettas, he's been injured this season, so I can't really put him in this conversation. I would put Jay Jettas if he played as much games as AJ Brown, but I don't think Jay Jettas is the best right now because he didn't play that much. He was injured. So yeah, I would say AJ Brown is the most dominant.
Who would you say? Tyreek Hill?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm going Justin Jefferson.
Out of all those guys,
Tyreek. I would have to go Jay Jettas with that one. I'll have to go.
No. I'm gonna say why. I'm picking Tyreek. Tyreek, would you say has out of all the quarterbacks that they have, who's the better quarterback? Who's the worst quarterback in that conversation? Is Tua better than Kirk Cousins?
All right, you got a point there.
Is Tua better than
I think
Jalen Hurts?
I don't know. I mean,
and
I think
Tyreek had more yards than they did.
Yeah,
and I get Jettas was injured, but still, Tyreek scares me. He scares me.
You were making a fair point. Definitely. I think you can argue for Justin Jefferson. I really think you can.
Right.
He's still dominant. I think it's AJ Brown, Tyreek, and Justin Jefferson top 3, 100%. 100%.
Would you still put Chase in that? Would you still put Chase in this discussion?
Chase is still that dude to me too. I mean, like, can you believe Joe Burrow had both of them on one team? Is insane. Like, just really think about that. Like, I was looking at, I'm like, because they're talking about, the
best first defensive player had just came off the board. Latu from UCLA goes to the Colts.
Dallas Turner is dropping.
Wow.
Did he have a bad pro day?
But
did he say something in the media?
Yeah, a lot of people passing up on Brady. Man.
Yeah.
Y'all, why is that? Why people passing up on Dallas Turner?
Maybe there's something they know that we don't. Does he have off the field problems? Is he injury prone?
You know how that goes.
Is there something holding him back? Is there something that dropped his stock? Does he do something stupid on IG Live like a lot of other players did?
I mean, here's the next thing too.
I mean, it's no problem to me as long as he drops down to Miami. It's cool with me. More teams pass him up.
I'm not playing him twice a year.
Hold on. Talk about some dropping down.
I'm not listening to you. I want to hear Cole.
Go ahead, Cole.
I'm gonna make a point here. We do not know all of the injury concerns potentially or concerns in general with Dallas Turner.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go and say that there is definitely issues. Or maybe this is just a scenario of we don't view the player. The teams don't view the player as much as we do. And that's a possibility. There may be other concerns. We don't know. These guys that get drafted into the NFL go through so many physicals. They know these guys' medical history just as well. I mean, they do vet that. Like every player that gets drafted in the NFL is getting vetted. I mean, they know the history and everything.
I didn't think about this, y'all. They have Dallas Turner maybe going to the Buccaneers.
What is that? 25? 26?
26.
Good Lord.
Now, think about
that's
this. Devin
long
White's not there
list.
anymore. Devin White's not there. And Shaquille Barrett's not there anymore.
Right.
Levante David and it's astonishing because Levante David, as long as he's been still playing at high level, you give him another guy like that. I mean, that would make sense for the Bucks because the Bucks have to rebuild on defense as well because a lot of their championship guys are gone. Like what's his name? Carlton Davis is in Detroit. Shaq Barrett in Miami, and Devin the White went to the Eagles. So could we see that? Now, where do you guys think Seattle does? Because Seattle's in an interesting situation. No, Pete Carroll's no longer the coach. You still got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. You still have those guys. Defense has improved greatly. What do you guys think? Not Dallas. What do you guys think? The Seattle does.
I think Seattle takes the second straight defensive player in this draft. I think, if you ask me, I think the Seahawks will get Byron Murphy out of Texas. I think they get the first defensive tackle taken off the board.
That makes sense because that's a Seattle type of player.
Yeah,
I mean, Seattle always gets guys.
Yeah, and they're big on their defense. Yeah.
And they're trying to build back that Legion of Boom, but you can't really build that back. That was a time.
That was different.
That was a time.
Like, now we're in a time where Legion of Boom is a flag. It's a penalty just saying the name.
Legion
of contact, unnecessary roughness.
That 12 man. I don't know.
Yeah.
What? Listen. And Seattle's my second team, so how I was feeling. But that team with Russ and them and Richard Sherman, you had Bennett, you had Cam Chancellor, you had Earl Thomas on that team. That's in their primes, all of them in their primes. That team was dirty. Jermaine Kearse, you had Beast Mode. That team was
what
nasty.
a time.
Oh my gosh, that team was nasty. And they used to battle San Francisco with Cap and them, and they had Willis on there, Crabtree. That was a battle. I miss those days of defensive battles. We don't get those anymore. We don't really get those nasty defensive battles where it's like, man, we don't get that anymore. It's more so the offense is the quarterbacks now, of course the quarterbacks are the top guys, but there was a time where defense was
feared.
It was feared. It's not feared anymore how it was.
Exactly.
Like Cole, it's Cole. You're a Steelers fan. Cole, think about it. Steelers versus the Ravens. Like we don't have that like that anymore. Like, I mean.
Oh no. No,
like,
I mean, the Ravens, Ed Reed, you had Ray Lewis, the Steelers had Paul Malu, you had Ike Taylor.
That was nasty.
I mean, that was nasty football. I mean, when I say guys were trying to actually kill each other, guys were trying to kill each other.
Anthony, the Patriots defense, they're super fun.
They
like,
hated
really
each other.
Like, come on, bro.
If you want to talk about the Patriots defense at one point, when we had Vince Wilfork in the middle, because
Vince was a menace. Oh my gosh, he was a menace. Nobody could run on Wilfork. Nobody could do anything.
You try to run up the middle, Big Wilfork was right there.
He's a wall. He was literally a wall.
Yes. Then
like, every time I say, I'm like, y'all
we were
not
victims of that.
What are we doing?
Yeah, he said we were victims of that, and we hated every single second of it. Well, guess what? I'm about to spit some more victims to you, okay? I don't want to give you PTSD, but Stephon Gilmore, Darrelle Revis, we had Adrian Claiborne in that Super Bowl. Revis and Gilmore, they were on the same team. But
I think I'm gonna say this, Anthony, and I don't know if you agree with me. I think the Patriots, who the Patriots, he could have potentially been one of the best, if not one of the best corners, Malcolm Butler. when Belichick, I think is when y'all played the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and they were saying, Malcolm Butler was playing, and I didn't understand. I'm like,
yeah, I remember that because I want to know why didn't he play, and then it come to find out it was like for some petty reason.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like
it was like
did not do Malcolm Butler justice. Malcolm Butler was on a tear.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, he had the game-sealing interception, which I still don't get. I still don't get to this day. But even who else? There was another cornerback I couldn't stand. What was his name? Who was that quarterback that played it with the Panthers that everybody did not like?
Josh Norman.
No, I couldn't stand Josh Norman. I could not stand him. I did not like him at all.
He was physical. He got in your face. He look. Josh Norman basically said, "If I guard you and I lock you up, what you gonna do about it?" And then if you talk trash to him and he shows you up, you act for what's coming next. You can't talk trash, lose, and then say, "Oh, I don't like him." Like, well, I have the skill to talk. I have the play. I let my play do the talking. If you want to talk in between plays, I'm gonna do that. But you put hands on me, that's a different story.
Right.
Do we have a best cornerback in the league?
Yeah. At the time, we had Darrelle Revis. But like he wasn't as good as he was on the Jets. I won't lie.
He was violent on the Jets.
He really wasn't. Nah, on the Jets he was.
They've always had solid defenses. They've always had solid defense. They just bottom of the barrel.
I always dreaded throwing the ball to Darrelle Revis in old Madden games. It was terrible.
So y'all don't think we have a top cornerback today? Like you could say like he is a top cornerback.
It's not Travion Diggs. It's not that. I can tell you that much. It's not him. Overrated.
I love Dallas fans. If you're listening, I'm gonna make you mad. We're all gonna make you mad. I love making Dallas fans mad.
I love it.
They talk about, Diggs is the
Their
best
tears give me joy.
Explain to me, how is he the best cornerback? Explain to me.
De'Aaron Bland's better than him.
Why do they keep throwing to his side?
Overrated.
Nobody. They were like, well, this Dallas fan said this in the comments, right? I was reading somebody's comments. He said, well, Deion Sanders didn't have this many picks in the season. You know why? Because they didn't throw to his side.
How old are you?
Throw over there to him because they knew that guy is locking whoever's over there up. So what are you talking about? The pick is in. What's going on, Seattle?
My little brother's a Seahawks fan, so let's see what they're going to do.
Your brother's a Seahawks fan?
My little brother's a Seahawks fan,
Did y'all fight each other during the Super Bowl?
I said it. Byron Murphy. I said, they going to go Byron Murphy.
I love the pick.
I was right. Byron Murphy to the Seahawks.
My Seahawks are cooking. Love to see it.
Hey, look. Now, to answer your question, Jasmine, he wasn't old enough at the time. I mean, he understood what football was and what his favorite team was, because after Malcolm Butler picked that ball off, he started crying. I'm not gonna lie. I was the older brother. I started laughing in his face. I was celebrating, like, yeah, Patriots win, let's go. He started crying. So,
man.
So then, like, after that, I was like, all right, now it's like the next season. Now let's see what we do.
Jasmine, the Vikings have traded up to the Jaguars spot at 17.
No way. No way.
On Bodine. He's a Jacksonville fan. Let's bring on Bodine real quick because I need to know what that means.
The Vikings, they being aggressive this draft.
Hey, Gerard Mayo, you listening? Gerard Mayo. Hey, Elliot Wolf. Why are the Patriots not trading back into the first round? We need a receiver. What are we doing?
So what are the Vikings trying to do?
Get a receiver? Or no? I don't know what they're trying
to do. You do. You still have Mitchell. You still have Worthy. But they already got somebody opposite of Justin Jefferson. TCU's receiver.
Jordan Addison.
And he balled out last year.
Yeah.
Because the Pickens in, they already know who they won already.
What is the Vikings? What y'all finna do? Y'all about to make me mad?
The fact,
well,
at least the minute they were on the clock, they was like, yeah, the pick is in. We know who we want.
At least JJ McCarthy has Aaron Jones. How lucky is that? How lucky are you?
A 5th round. Wow.
So, Cole, do you have the details
still on Green Bay.
The trade?
No, Schefter has not reported the details yet.
You know what? I think the Vikings go Dallas Turner here. They got to replace Danielle Hunter. If they don't replace Danielle Hunter here, then Dallas Turner is going with the next 3 picks.
The trade has been announced. Vikings receive pick number 17. The Jaguars get pick number 23, 5th round pick in 2024, 3rd round pick in 2025, and a 4th round pick in 2025.
Bodine, Jacksonville just traded with the Vikings. What is your opinion?
Dallas Turner to the Vikings. Danielle Hunter's replacement is here. Dallas Turner finally goes to a team.
Well, listen, thank you. You guys broke the news for me. Jacksonville not only is my hometown, but they have Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl winning coach in Doug Peterson, right? Mm-hmm. So that makes the love grow fonder, right? Grow more. So because I saw firsthand what he could do,
right,
for a team. So he's gonna get that program right. Trading down, that's not a problem. You right? Cole called out exactly what we're getting for trading down. He's building a long-term program because he knows how to do it, and I'm okay with it. So we dropped down 7 slots from 17 to 23. Who cares, right? We're getting something out of it. He's building value, right? The goal is to build value, and he's doing it. So I'm good with it. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, I think Jacksonville, I think they're going to get a good piece. You know, I trust their organization. They've been making the right moves the past few years. So I think that Jacksonville is going to really put some things into play. It's just, I think what happened with Jacksonville is just the health of Trevor Lawrence last year. They had a lot of, health issues and different things like that. So I think they're going to get back healthy. And I think it's going to be out of the Texans and Jacksonville, whoever's going to win that division. Both teams are, heading in the right direction. They both have star quarterbacks. And I think that whatever they do, I have Jacksonville or the Texans coming out of that division. I think they're going to battle it out. I do.
If they drop down to get an offensive lineman, you got to protect the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a passing league. It's an offensive league, right? You got to protect your quarterback, right? If you protect your quarterback and you have wide receivers, which we do, right? That's where you start from. And then you build your defense from your defensive line to your defensive backs. Linebackers are just like running backs. If you get lucky and get an all-pro, great. But linebackers and running backs are a dime a dozen. You can find them, right?
Yeah,
right. That's why the Giants let Barkley come to the Eagles, right?
True.
So, but you have to have a foundation. Your foundation has to be the offensive line, defensive line, quarterback, and defensive backs. If you don't have all that, you got nothing.
Yeah. Agreed. Guys, we're getting close. And
then if you get really lucky and get some special teams players, like a great kicker, a great punter, and a great punt returner, then you're really doing well. Then you can win in all 3 phases of the game.
Right. I agree. Hey, Cole, we're a few picks away. We're a few picks away.
2 picks to be exact.
We are a few picks away. Jeremiah, we're a few picks away. Oh, what will they do?
I see Jeremiah's got the Dolphins cap on.
Yeah.
Are you a Florida native, or are you just a Miami Dolphins fan?
Yeah, Miami 305, born and raised.
There we go.
Florida people, stand up. You know I'm wearing a Packers hat, and I'm from Florida. It makes no sense, but let's do it.
Floridians are in the house. Yes.
But man, but I agree with you, Bodine. I think that if I'm Jacksonville, you got to protect Trevor Lawrence because obviously he got injured. You want to protect your star guy. That is the guy. That's the guy that you guys have. That's the face of the franchise. Protect him as long as you can. As long as you can. And Doug Peterson is a heck of a coach. He knows how to coach. He knows how to put things together.
He's wearing a ring. When you can hold up a Super Bowl ring, you can command the respect from the players. They'll listen to you.
Yes. And not just any Super Bowl against New England, against that team, that coach, that quarterback. So, I mean, hey.
Absolutely.
So, Bengals. What are the Bengals going to do? I know we talked about earlier if the Bengals, if Brock Bowers is going to drop further for the Bengals to get, but obviously Brock Bowers went to the Raiders. Who are the Bengals looking at? Who do you guys think the Bengals should go for? Are we saying tackle too?
You got to protect quarterbacks.
Tackle, definitely.
You got to protect your quarterback. Remember, their quarterback was hurt half the year.
Yeah. He had 2 major injuries already. 2 major.
Protect your quarterback. Yep.
Yeah. Cole, what do you think?
I got to go tackle.
For the Bengals, yeah.
Yeah.
What are some best availables still left?
Amarius Mims is still available.
Okay.
Tyler Guyton's still available. There's been so many. I mean, there's obviously been a bunch of tackles too. Graham Barton, if they wanted to go there, I don't know. He might be a little bit of a reach. Yeah, I mean, Guyton, Amarius Mims, Jackson Powers-Johnson. I mean, I think they go tackle. I think that's more of a pressing need. So potentially Tyler Guyton, or if you wanted to go, Amarius Mims. I like Amarius Mims. I really do. I
wouldn't mind Mims. I like Mims.
And don't forget, you can always find a tackle from a Division I AA school that's not from a Power 5 conference, that's off the radar, that no one's talking about because the general managers don't want you talking about them because they're in their back pocket. Right? They're in their back pocket. It's a secret.
And being that this is a offensive league now, passing everything, you want to go stack on those offensive linemen.
Yeah, you don't have to necessarily take an offensive tackle in the first round and pay him all that money when you can take him in the second round or third round. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, the ones that went first, at least 3 tackles have been taken. They were the cream of the crop. You had to take them, right? Or you would be crazy to let them go by and let another team take them. So those teams had to grab those guys, right? But there's some sleepers out there that will be taken in the second, third, and fourth round that will become starters.
Agreed.
It happens every year.
What do y'all think the Chiefs are gonna do?
All the time.
Wide receiver.
That's all they're going to do.
I like Brian Thomas from LSU for them.
Yeah, but I saw some mocks. They're trying to get Worthy.
Yeah, I think they definitely a good wide receiver.
Worthy would be good too. Xavier Worthy would be a good pick.
what do the Chiefs don't really need anything. Like, it's just the matter of, all right, we're trying to get that 3-peat. We're trying, like, what's another piece that we can, like, push us way over there.
Because they're keeping their positions plugged.
Because think about this, you have Hollywood Brown, you got him, he's going to be solid for them, and then even if they draft Mitchell too, but Xavier Worthy is another player that can run down the field, can get separation, and can catch. And you give Mahomes that in that offense.
Well, Jasmine, don't forget what happened.
Mims.
Don't forget what happened a couple of weeks ago. Rice, the wide receiver, was in that accident, so they're going to probably have to replace him because he might be on suspension for a while.
Yeah. So look for that.
Load up with wide receivers because you got a Hall of Fame arm. Just keep loading wide receivers, right?
So Mims goes to the Bengals. Smart move. Protect.
Cole, you guys are right around the corner.
Yep, I know.
Oh, we're up. Let's go. Cole, we are almost there. Cole, I know you're excited.
Yeah, I mean,
if they don't,
I am excited.
Right?
There's good players on the board. Terrion Arnold is still there. If that was the pick, I wouldn't be upset. That's for sure.
Let's see. Okay, best. Let's see. So Dallas Turner's off the board.
I had to switch my hat since the Jacksonville Jaguars dropped. The Eagles are now ahead of them. Okay.
All right, still so. Quentin Mitchell. Oh, Jared Verse is still available. I think these guys are going to drop to like second round maybe. Brian Thomas is still on the board. Chop Robinson is still on the board. Graham Barton. Amarius Mims. But he's gone, right? He left already.
Yeah, he's going to the Bengals.
Cooper DeJean from Iowa, cornerback, is still available. Let me see. Donnie Mitchell, of course. Kool-Aid is still available. He's the cornerback from Bama. Yes, his real name is Kool-Aid. Wow. Oh, so we didn't talk about Christian McCaffrey's brother. He's supposed to be getting drafted. I forgot what he is, but I think I want to say he's an offensive.
What is he? A wide receiver?
I believe so. More McCaffreys in the league.
That's a family of thoroughbreds right there.
Right.
Bunch of athletes. Mom was an athlete. Dad was all pro.
Whole family.
Whole family.
Crazy.
We're getting close, y'all.
For the Rams, who do you guys think they're gonna get?
The Rams?
Yeah.
Well, there's a void missing now because Aaron Donald's not retired, but that's big shoes to fill. Obviously, he's gone. I could see them maybe going
because they can attack it from many ways. They could.
Also, Matthew Stafford's getting older, or he's older, or he's at the back end. We need some protection for a older veteran quarterback.
Anthony, are you having flashbacks while looking at this Eagles logo?
What is that? That looks like the one-time winners.
Oh!
I mean, I don't really see flashbacks, but hey, can you count how many championships the Patriots have? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Funny.
Of course
You're
I
so funny.
can. Of
Yeah.
course. Listen, I have my high school quarterback was Don Gaffney, the older brother of Derek Gaffney, the father of Jabbar Gaffney, who was a wide receiver for you guys. I'm okay with the Patriots. I'm okay. Believe me.
So you know the family line.
I'm okay with that. Absolutely.
Hey, look, if you know the family line, you go with me.
Anthony, my high school running back was drafted by the Patriots, Elgin Davis, back in 1988. So, listen, I'm okay with the Patriots winning. I'm good with it, bro. But I'm still happy that the Eagles won.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now you know what a Super Bowl feels like.
Anthony.
Huh?
I got a question.
I have an answer.
How long, being that, okay, you guys got Drake May.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take for the pitch to get back to that
caliber of winning?
Yeah.
Do you want
how long do you think it's going to take?
Do you want my serious answer or you want my delusional answer?
Okay. Delusional.
All right, I'll give you my serious answer. Jared Verse out of Florida State. I don't know who that is.
He's very good. No, hold on. Jared Verse is an animal.
Is he?
He's ridiculous.
The defensive end. Defensive end?
Yeah.
Edge rusher. Yeah. He's a monster.
He's a monster. Yes. I'm a Gators fan. My dad's a Florida State fan, so he knows this kid is ridiculous. That's a steal. That's a steal for the Rams. That's amazing.
Now it's Pittsburgh's turn. But wait, I need to answer Jasmine's question. So,
Cole, we're here.
We made it, Cole.
All righty. Hey, I'm a little nervous, by the way.
Jasmine, give us 2 years. That's my answer. Give us 2 years.
2 years that's reasonable. That's
yeah. We're not gonna be great off the jump. Give us some time that Drake made to actually develop into the system. Here. Yeah, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, we going to Super Bowl like off jump. No, because I don't think Drake May is gonna explode off the jump.
Right.
Give him some time. I'm gonna give him some grace. But after year 2, if he doesn't make the playoffs, I don't know what to say anymore.
Hey,
Cole! Anthony, how you feeling, man?
Dallas Cowboys.
Nervous.
What, to the playoffs?
No. That's how long it's going to take New England to get back to their winning ways. Just think of the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
You win all those championships, all of a sudden you're gone forever.
That's disrespectful.
Look, Jay's here. Dr. Anderson is here.
Professor!
We are here. So right now, Cole is off the camera. You know why? Because he wants to really analyze what's going on before, anything happens. So he's going to sit there, look at the pick, marinate, and then come back.
A whole bunch of Steelers fans, huh?
Yes.
And Dr. AJ Anderson, what are the Steelers going to do? Cole wants tackle, but what do you want as a Steelers fan? What do y'all want?
They got to go O-line, either center or tackle. I know they mentioned Barton from Duke, Powers Johnson. Cole mentioned I like him. He's just a big run blocker, strong guy, would fit what they want to do with the new offensive coordinator. Tackles, they could always use that because I know they want to move Broderick Jones over the left, and they need to get somebody to fill that. But I know it's a big tackle draft. A lot of tackles in the draft, so they might be able to get one later. But I think that you got to get the best available. And on Mel Kiper's board, it said Barton, but I think you go with him or Powers. Because they have to replace Mason Cole, who did not do well at all this year. He was bad. Yeah, he was bad. So they replaced that center because they got to get back to running the football. So hopefully
And
they
create
go.
the lanes. The pick
Yeah,
is in.
yeah,
Oh
and they can
man.
get a receiver later. They can get a receiver later down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say the Steelers get a receiver, maybe in round 3, because receiver isn't like a dire need for you guys. You guys need to bolster up the O line and actually protect the new 2 quarterbacks that you guys brought in. Because there's no way you're gonna have 2 quarterbacks and not defend them. Because Russell Wilson, he's getting up there in age. He's getting to the point to where now he's mentoring Justin Fields to where he wants him to be great. So you want to build this franchise around Justin Fields because he's going to be the next quarterback for the next few years.
Agreed.
Not unless you want to draft a quarterback, which I'm not mad for.
No.
Draft a quarterback this year.
Not drafting a quarterback.
I'm not mad at it.
You see, they just traded the last one they drafted. Kenny Pickett is in Philly now.
Let me ask you this. Isn't Pittsburgh the type of franchise where they're known for their consistency and running the ball?
Yeah.
So I would think you want to bolster up the offensive line to run the ball, and then instead of letting your veteran quarterback or your backup quarterback, take, be the shoulders of the team. That's not Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a grind it out. Snow. It's gonna be snowing. It's gonna be cold. You gotta run the ball, right? That's Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Now they got away with Ben when AB and they were chucking the ball all over the place.
Yep.
But they want to get back to running the football, and that's what you got to do. You got two good running backs. You can improve that offensive line. Your defense is solid. So and Steelers draft well receivers in later rounds. All of their top receivers are 3rd round draft picks, 3rd, 4th, or later. So I trust them with being able to find some talent at that position, but you got to make sure you shore up that offensive line.
Especially you're in the same division. You're playing the Ravens, you're playing the Browns, running the football.
You're playing in snow, you're playing in high winds. There's not a lot of dome play.
Yeah.
You got to run the ball.
That's Pittsburgh. It's Pittsburgh, baby.
I say they got to get the center now.
Yeah, I think that's what you go get that center.
They usually have great, except for like the last 3 or 4 years, they've always had great centers. It's a shame they haven't been able to draft any.
Yeah.
Right.
And we always play each other in the preseason.
Right.
Yeah, Eagles. Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah.
It's like clockwork. Because it's only what is it? AJ, a 3-4 hour drive?
It's about 4. Yeah, it's about 4 hours from Pittsburgh to Philly.
Yeah.
Depending on how fast you drive.
Give the fans. Listen, I know it's an hour flight. I've never driven it. I've flown it. It's like an hour flight. But you give the fans a reason to drive there, or your fans to drive here for the preseason. It's that in-state thing.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony, you'll get the pick before I see it on my TV. So,
all right, I got you.
So you give me the news.
I got you.
I will give you the news
you guys
live
about
to let you know.
Ahead of me.
I'm looking for Cole's reaction down below.
Listen, Cole. I know Cole is like twiddling his thumbs right now. Cole is like, "What are they going to do?"
And it's funny too, because I was talking, everybody was talking about how bad Russell Wilson was, but then when the Steelers picked him up, it was like, oh, he's great. We love him now.
Right. He's all about this tough ass TV now.
He's washed up, but the Steelers side of we love it.
Yeah, I don't put anything past your coach.
Mike Tomlin? Oh yeah.
Making something happen out of that. Mike Tomlin was gonna make something out of that.
Mike Tomlin is the guy.
I
think Mike Tomlin is like the coach to say, all right, here's a winning formula. Let me show you how to get there. And a lot of people keep doubting it.
And as the record has showed, they've been very mediocre. He has done a lot with not a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Okay, Cam Hayward.
Oh yeah, he don't play around.
That's a guy.
Wonder how much longer he's going to be around.
Maybe 1 or 2 years, if that. I was
ready
this
to say
could
that
be
too.
his last
I
year.
would give him an extra 2 years.
What, Haywood?
Yeah. How long Hayward's going to be with the Steelers? I don't see him playing for anybody else though.
No, this may be his last year.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and his daddy, Craig Ironhead Hayward.
That's my era right there, bro. He was the man. As a defensive back, strong safety, I would have been scared to go up against that dude.
Troy Fautanu, they got their guy. The tackle out of Washington.
Go ahead, Steelers.
The Steelers got Troy Fautanu. Wait.
I like it.
Cole, come on in.
Cole, they're not going to be happy. He's not happy.
Oh, he doesn't look happy.
Wait, Cole, are you happy? What is this?
I can't tell.
He doesn't look happy.
Or his like his thing might be delayed too. So he might haven't got the picture.
Yeah, true.
No.
Oh, how we feeling?
Oh wait, he's happy. Uh-oh.
Yeah. He's about to do something. He's about to make this super.
Where
super
is Jeremiah?
special entrance.
He's brought back in. The Dolphins are on the clock. Cole, how you feeling?
I mean, I'm not angry, but Troy Fautanu is going to be your center. I think I would have much rather preferred Jackson Powers Johnson, to be honest with you. That's who I like better. I mean, the one thing about Fautanu, only allowed 3 sacks in college. Agile, and he's got good coordination. So I think there are players I liked better, but I do not hate the pick.
It's solid. It's
solid. I'm going to give it, off the top of my head, I'm going to give it a B. It's not an A+.
That's good.
But I'll give it a B.
That's who I wanted us to be.
So, I'm not angry or anything. I'm just...
We saw you do this, and I was like, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit nervous because I didn't see the pick yet.
That's why I said, I don't think Cole saw the pick.
Yeah, so I didn't see the pick, so I really didn't know. But Troy Fautanu
by the way,
he's not a bad player. I mean, he's going to be your starting center. I wanted them to address O-line. I have wanted them to address O-line for so long. The one thing that I will say is your assistant general manager is Andy Weider. He built the Philadelphia Eagles O-line. So yeah, so it's definitely not a bad pick at all. And to see that he built the Eagles O-line does give me some confidence because he did build a pretty good O-line in Philadelphia when they won that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So this is where, if they brought him in for this and that's their pick, I'm going to go and I'm going to trust them.
Yeah.
This isn't, like I said, I'd much rather prefer Jackson Powers Johnson, but I am not upset.
At least they feel the need. Dad, hi Dad, welcome to the show. See, look, I knew he was gonna have his Bucks and stuff on. Dad, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Dad, I didn't ask you about the pick because I know you're a Broncos fan. Y'all got Bo Nix, the quarterback out of Oregon. How do you feel about that?
I think it's going to be a good deal. I mean, the Broncos need to dismantle the whole thing, to be honest with you. Because, I'm not a fan of the coach. I'm not a fan of what they're doing over there, so I don't know where they start. You put that guy in there, I mean, what are we going to get? Yeah, I don't know about him, though, but yeah.
Hey, hang on, DA. I'm on a live stream right now.
Hey, what's up, Caleb?
What's up, Jasmine? How you doing?
I'm doing good. We got a bunch of Steelers fans in here. We got Kayla, we got Cole. I think Dr. Anderson bumped out. But Kayla, do you love the pick? How did you like the Steelers pick?
So it's, I think, so here's my thing with the way the draft board fell. The Steelers had so many options at that point, like Quinyon Mitchell, like with Joey Porter Jr. You had all the top centers on the board with for the Steelers. I again, nobody expected. I can't pronounce his last name. Fananu.
Fatanu.
Say that again.
Falatanu or Fatanu. I'm not. I've been saying Falatanu, Fatanu.
Okay. Yeah, he was the 11th best on at least NFL Network's board as far as tackle. And I'll be honest, I didn't watch much of his highlights or anything like that. But from the highlights they showed, he was predominantly playing left tackle. I don't know, like his build seems more fit for a right tackle. And I know we drafted Broderick last year, and he could, like, I know they've been talking about moving Broderick back to left tackle, his natural position.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love it. It's the Steelers need to get down and dirty in the trenches because they've been lacking that on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Do I think tackle was the number one priority? Not necessarily. I think center probably was, and I don't know if Cole agrees.
Yeah, Cole said
because we haven't. Yeah, we haven't seen a good center since Marquise Pouncey, and he retired 4 years ago.
Yeah.
At this point, but hear me out. I think there's a chance that the Steelers could possibly, if Barton falls, I don't think he makes it past the Cowboys. But if he does, I think there's a chance you could see the Steelers trade back into the first round and go get a Graham Barton. For example, I see we got a is that an Eagles hat or that's an Eagles hat? Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was. I thought he had a Jets hat on for a second. I was like, I know we traded up to go get your boy last year, so congrats on the AJ Brown extension, though. I know that was a topsy-turvy offseason.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. It's good to protect what we have now at quarterback because I know Jasmine. I was really high on Kenny Pickett. He's gone. He's with Philly now. I'm sorry. You got Jalen Hurts, so you're fine, barring any injury, which hopefully he doesn't. I really love Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
But I got the number one quarterback I wanted for the second quarterback we got this offseason, Justin Fields.
Right.
And then we got Russell Wilson for $1. So I'm very optimistic this year, and you got to protect what we got. And Justin Fields didn't have an offensive line, which I think ultimately by the end of the year he'll be the starting quarterback. He didn't have an offensive line in Chicago.
Yeah, I think I keep telling Cole. Cole is very critical of the Steelers. He is one of the most critical Steelers fans I know. So he's like, listen, I need to see this. I need to see winning culture. I need to see this. I don't dislike the pick, but it could have been better. So I think the Steelers are heading in the right direction. I do.
And I think as Bodine would know, Andy Weidel is a down in the trenches guy.
Yep.
He essentially, like, all the talks when he came to Pittsburgh was the main reason why the trenches were built in Philadelphia. Why they have essentially an 8-man rotation out on their D line in Philly, and they Landon Dickerson, and all those picks out there in Philly. Those were a lot of Andy Weidel picks. So this makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. And we stole Isaac Seumalo from the Eagles last year. Granted, Andy Weidel made sure they had a replacement plan for if Isaac Seumalo left. And yeah, I think either way, offensive line was not a bad pick, no matter whether it was center or tackle. And I think Andy Weidel was a big part of that.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he built, again, he built the Eagles O-line. So I think that he's going to bring that philosophy to Pittsburgh. And what better organization to do that for Pittsburgh? Because you have to protect Russell Wilson. He's getting older. He's a veteran quarterback. And then you have Justin Fields in the back, which I think is the best fit for Justin. He's out of Chicago, fresh start, new environment, new scenery, and he's going to play for a coach that is a player's coach. And I think that was the best thing that they could have done for him. But yeah, I think the Steelers, they're heading in the right direction, Cole. Don't beat them down. They're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
I completely.
They're gonna get there.
Yeah, Jasmine, I know. I'm pretty sure you follow me on Twitter, so you've seen all my Justin Fields posts for the past before we even got him, before even Russell Wilson was a possibility. And I live in Colorado, and I'll be honest, I didn't really want Russell Wilson, but for $1.2 million, $1.3 million, I can't argue it. I can't argue it. He is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and when he won that Super Bowl, he had an Arthur Smith-like offensive coordinator at his disposal where they were running the ball. You got Najee, Jalen. I mean, I know we got rid of Deontay Johnson. I know we did. This is a deep receivers class. I think with their second-round pick, they're probably going to go a center. And hopefully, I think it's probably at this point, unless they trade into the first round and go get Barton, I think it's going to be Zach Frazier out of West Virginia. Cole, I think, I saw you nod your head. Yep, you agree. And then in the third round, I think, depending on if a receiver falls or anything like that, which the way this draft is panned out, I didn't expect the Rams to go Jared Verse.
Yeah, Rams got Jared Verse, the linebacker from Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
he's a steal. Like, Rams stole him.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, because he's an animal. Like, my dad, he's a Florida State fan right here. He's the Bucky guy. He's a Florida State. He knows that dude was scary. He was scary.
Yeah.
Every play, he's the way he got off the line and the pressure he got. He was very, very physical. He's a very physical guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Scott Robinson just went to Miami. That's a big deal. So I mean,
wait, who went to Miami?
Chop Robinson to Miami is a big
deal. Oh, yeah, that's
good pick. One thing I would like to
I mean,
add
I would love for us to have gotten a center with Jackson Power Johnson, but I'm not mad at the edge rush after us getting rid of Christian Wilkins and everything else with him bigger contract with the Raiders. I'm not mad at us getting an edge to just fill his spot when it comes to like. Yeah, I know, but it's like I don't mind the chop one because that way that it's just like a little bit more of like I would just say, what can I say? Is it's more you have more things to kind of work with rather you can just kind of play around with it.
Yeah.
I would say with our defense, since we have our new defensive coordinator that just came from the Ravens just now, I think it'd be good for us.
I agree.
So, not to interrupt you or anything, Jasmine, but I do have a question for Jeremiah. Cole, you might have the same exact question I do. What is your thoughts on Connor Williams? Because I think that could be a possible pickup for the Steelers if they weren't to go Zach Frazier in the second round at center. Because unless they trade in the first round, they're not getting anybody else at center.
I would actually like that. I really would. If they got Connor Williams, even too, if you wanted to bring him in and get some more depth, because I want depth on that O-line.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, Cole. Yeah.
Injuries are going to happen.
Yeah.
So you got to get some depth. And I think Zach Frazier would be a fantastic second-round pick. I would be all over it. I mean, not to mention, too, he is from Fairmont, West Virginia. That's an hour and a half from here.
Yeah.
That's 20 minutes south of Morgantown.
Yeah.
Went to WVU, So he's kind of, in a sense, I don't want to call him a local boy, but in a sense he kind of is, because WVU is an hour and a half from here too.
Right.
I mean, and also another thing I just wanted to add about the Fautanu pick, he is versatile. He can play guard. He can play tackle. They said he could play pretty much 5 positions on the O-line. That's perfect. I actually like that pick even more now. I mean, it's just what I've seen too. Agile, I like that. He's a well-built blocker and just patient protector. So, honestly, you know what? Steelers, they did a good job. So,
yeah,
I'm still going to go with a B plus grade. You know, I still like it. I'm just not sure how he's going to fit in a tackle. Maybe he needs another position on the O-line. I'm just not entirely sure, but I like the pick overall.
Yeah.
So no complaints on my part.
So Jeremiah, what do you think of Connor Williams?
Connor Williams for himself, he hit a different level, especially this season. He was very consistent. It was just the only thing was just like his injuries. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
But like Cole said, when it comes to that, you're gonna deal with a bunch of injuries. But when he's on that field, he is like a big contributor to protecting. Like he's a great, like getting off the ball. Like he hit the level that he has like a.
Yeah, I like Connor Williams' pickup. But Jasmine, this is your show. The Eagles just picked. Bodine, you just got a dog.
Who did we get?
I was hoping the Packers got him, because I was hoping we was gonna get him, but that.
Bodine, you don't know who you got? Quinyon Mitchell
out of Toledo.
I'm not familiar with him. Who is he?
The number 1 cornerback on the board.
Corner?
He's a corner. Yeah, that's.
Oh, the kid from out west.
Toledo.
No, Toledo.
Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
I guess if you're out in Philly, that is out west, so you are correct. I'm in Colorado right now, so anything west of me is like basically California.
Right.
Well, put it this way. We needed a corner, period. Either we were going to get the kid from Rutgers or we were going to get the kid from Alabama.
Yeah.
Right? Or Georgia, right? We got so many players from Georgia anyway. But we definitely need corners. Listen, it's a passing league.
Yes.
You guys are going to do fine with Russell Wilson because the league is a run pass, the RP, a run pass option. It's a run pass league, right? And Russell can do that run that type of offense, right? Instead of him just dropping straight back, he can do the run pass option. Kansas City runs it. You just don't think they do, but they do. Patrick Mahomes runs a run pass offense, right? So that's what the league is. It's an offensive league. They want points on the board. That's what keeps people watching football. And then when it boils down to the championship, that's when you need to have a defense. But in the beginning of the year, they want points on the board.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the way it is.
I agree. And your other team, Jacksonville, their pick is in. So I think you said earlier you wanted to tackle as well for Jacksonville. I think they go tackle as well. You got to protect Trevor Lawrence. You have to.
Did they get a tackle or did the pick?
The pick is in. I'm just predicting them to get a tackle.
Okay. Yeah, Doug Peterson knows what he's doing.
Mitchell to Philly is crazy.
Yeah, Doug Peterson knows what he's doing. He's got to protect that quarterback because, again, it's a quarterback's league. If you have a quarterback, protect that quarterback.
Agreed. Guys, we're almost 2 picks away from my Packers.
Hey.
I'm so excited.
I got to just say this because I just saw a tweet from Steelers Depot about Troy Fautanu. Wow. This kid is aggressive. I like
Oh,
him.
Steelers Depot blocked me after they stole some of my content from my Kevin Dotson interview last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't see any of their stuff.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, this is it. Gonna continue. I haven't seen anything else that'd be changing my mind. Be like, this is a bad pick. I like it.
So
Troy
Jazz,
Polamalu, welcome to Pittsburgh.
Jazz, is JP really your dad? Or you just
yes,
calling
he's
him
my
that?
actual dad. Yeah.
So if I see this correctly, he's got a Tampa Bay flag.
Yes, he's a Bucs fan.
So you got four Floridians on the program. See, your dad don't know this.
And we got
I'm from Jacksonville, Pops. I'm from
Okay.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
I got family in the St. Petersburg area.
Duval,
baby.
Yeah.
Duval.
Yeah, my best friend from Duval.
Duval, baby. That's where I'm from. Yep.
All right.
So I like Tampa. I like Tampa because of being the home state.
Absolutely.
So I hope y'all have a good draft.
Well, we'll see.
Dad, you know what I think? Who do you think the Bucs gonna get though? What do they?
They gotta go. They gotta go defense. It's either DN or edge rusher or quarterback. Cornerback. Excuse me.
Yeah, quarterback might be the play.
But they just lost Shaq Barrett. They lost Devin White. They lost Carlton Davis. So it could be either three of those positions.
Yeah. No
safety,
line?
cornerback, or D line. No, I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan. So
Who did Jacksonville get?
Oh, receiver isn't there that fast dude?
No, that's
Hold
not
on, Bodine. Did you just? Sorry, I'm live on TikTok too.
Oh, Brian Thomas Jr.
For
from
Steeler Nation. But did you just switch your Eagles hat to a Jaguars hat? Okay,
Yeah.
All right, I was just making sure.
That's where I'm from. I was born and raised in Jayville, Duval County.
Okay, yeah. Do you know he was a second or third string for the Jaguars, but Derwin Gray, does that name ring any bells?
Is he a player?
He plays for, he's in the US or the UFL now. He played for the Jaguars and Titans after the Steelers. But I hosted a podcast with him last year. He's a really cool dude. But yeah, he played for the Jags, and I think he lives out in Jacksonville in the off season when he's not with the Stallions.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him. I mean, I grew up there. I left Jacksonville 1984 when I went off to college and came to Philadelphia. But I still have family there. And I root for, my dad's there, my sisters. I have sisters and family there. But yeah, I'm not familiar with the name, but I do root for anyone that comes through Jacksonville.
So I got a question for you. What's up with the Duval County guys from where you from liking the Eagles? Because my boy's a big Eagles fan.
It's because of Brian Dawkins.
That's it. It's Dawkins.
Jabbar Gaffney.
Yep.
Jacksonville. Tim Tebow played for the Eagles.
You're right about that. It is.
Right. Listen, there is a thing about Jacksonville and Philadelphia.
Yep.
Where they have people crossing over, right? From people from Philly will play in Florida, and all the cities in Florida, and people from Florida will gravitate to Philadelphia. So it's just
But you were right on that Dawkins, because that's one of his biggest.
Is that, and people up here love B-Dog. They love B-Dog.
Oh, he was nasty, boy. He was a nasty hitter.
A lot of Steelers fans here too in Florida. There's a bunch.
He went to the arch rival high school that I went to, which is less than a mile apart. To have two high schools less than a mile apart is unusual. That's how big my neighborhood was, right? And so, he graduated from Rains High School. I graduated from Ribault High School.
Okay.
My high school coach was the Gaffney brothers.
Okay.
Don Gaffney, Derek Gaffney, who was a wide receiver for the Jets back in the day, Warren Gaffney, and Reggie Gaffney.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I was. That's who coached me.
Dallas is on the clock.
The Cowgirls. Ugh.
I can't. Oh my goodness.
What are they gonna do? Do we even care? Do we care? I don't think I care.
Listen, I care because they're in my division.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's true. I can't stand Dallas. That's my least favorite team.
We got to compete against those guys every year.
Yeah.
Dallas.
All right, so is Dallas going to have a nice reach here? Because I can see them reaching.
Who do you think they're going to reach for?
I feel like they would do that. Watch them get worthy with CD. Watch this.
Pairing Xavier Worthy with CD Lamb would actually be a nice combo.
Because look, the Michael, I don't think Gallup is there anymore. I don't think so. No, yeah, Michael.
But wait, they just lost Tyron Smith, so wouldn't they replace him with a tackle?
That's true.
Like
too.
Who's left? That Powers guy?
Pollard's not there either. I don't think they need to work on their defense. They have a top 5 defense. It depends on when the defense shows up.
Yeah, I don't think it matters as long as Jerry Jones owns that team.
Right.
They're not doing anything.
It doesn't matter.
After Jimmy Johnson left, that was it.
That was it.
20+ year drought continues.
I mean, what was his name? What was the coach that came in after Jimmy, who was the Oklahoma coach?
It was Switzer.
Yeah, so he was basically coaching Jimmy Johnson's team.
Yep.
But after that, nothing.
Yep.
And that's
He's too involved.
He's too involved.
Yep.
And then you hire Mike McCarthy, and no disrespect, I know we won a Super Bowl with him, but still, like, no.
Belichick was on the board.
He was?
He was, but I don't know if Belichick would have wanted to be a part of it.
Belichick, I don't think Belichick would deal with him always involved in the football operations like that.
Nah.
So
Belichick is more of like a strong mind.
Control. He wanted control.
Exactly. He wanted full control of everything.
Yep.
Cole, did Dallas make a trade or something? Because they're all the way at like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I hope the clock expires on them, seriously.
Me too.
If they do that, then I'm just gonna have a rip on Dallas session. How about that?
Oh yeah, I would love it.
I'm not a big fan of Jerry
they're
Jones.
at 18 seconds. What are they doing?
Oh, they traded with the Lions. They traded. The Dallas Cowboys.
What are you doing?
Now the Lions are on the clock.
What are the Lions about to do? Oh, I'm about to get so mad.
The Cowboys traded back. That's how you know they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing.
So the Lions have 2 first-round picks.
Yep.
No. They switched with Dallas.
No, they got pick 2.
They did. Dallas trade picked to Detroit. Yep.
They got 2 picks now in the first round. 24 and now 29.
No way.
What are they about to do?
I tell you, the Lions, boy, they building something over there.
So they traded out. They traded out of the first round.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, Dallas traded. Oh, I know Skip gonna be mad tomorrow.
Oh man.
Oh, Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
I gotta call my mom after this. I gotta
tell you right now, Dallas think they're good with what they got.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if Skip tweeted. Hold on. Let me look at Twitter.
Yeah. So the Lions got the.
Yeah, he's not the happiest right now.
Round, and the Cowboys got the 29th
right now.
pick in the
It's
third
LeBron
round.
versus the Cowboys draft pick. LeBron will lose. They said Cowboys sitting on Graham Barton. Watch Philly take him.
Y'all dead wrong.
What do the Lions do? They go in defense?
I think the Lions go defense. Yeah.
When you're that close to a Super Bowl and you have a good solid offense, you got to shore up your defense.
Oh, they had them last year. Oh my goodness, they had San Francisco.
Yeah. I don't know what. I don't know why they folded.
Yep.
They didn't have enough.
They had enough to be up by 24 in the third quarter.
They didn't run the ball.
They weren't able to sustain it. That's the point. You got to sustain
took
it.
them out.
They need to build up that defense because you got the offense. Build up that defense. They're just a few defensive players away from getting to the Super Bowl.
And they re-signed their offensive coordinator in Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And Penei Sewell. Don't forget Penei Sewell.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Come on,
guys. It's gonna be us versus the Lions. I don't care.
Guys, take a step back and be realistic. Offense gets you to the playoffs, and defense allows you to get to the Super Bowl and win it. Yep. That's how the game is.
You got to get stops.
It hasn't changed for 100 years.
Yep.
You got to be ready in the playoffs with a defense. If your defense is broken down in the playoffs, you're not going to win. You got to come in with a solid defense like Bill Belichick did for many years.
Yep.
It had nothing to do with just Tom Brady and just Randy Moss and they had a defense.
Well, that's what the Bucks did. They played. Then when they got in the playoffs, the defense stepped up. Defense stepped up big.
Warren Sapp.
The pick is in. Who's left on the board?
Terry and Arnold. I think he's going to the Cardinals. They need some corner
What about
bad.
Cooper DeJean, the corner out of Iowa?
They do need they do have Carlton Davis if you give somebody else on the other side.
Yeah.
Cole's happy about something. Cole, were you doing the fist bump?
Nah, I was rubbing my eye.
Oh no! So Dallas has the 29th. They just swap places. I thought the Lions was gonna have 2 first-round picks.
Oh no, they swap picks.
They swap versus trading out. Gotcha. Okay. Who's on the clock?
Anthony, do
the
the
Lions.
trade details.
Yeah, so the Lions got a 2025 7th rounder and the 24th pick this year, and the Cowboys got the 29th pick and the 3rd round pick this year.
I don't know what Dallas is doing, honestly. Not to be funny.
No, they never know what they're doing.
Also, not a big fan of Jerry Jones being a GM and an owner at the same time. I don't like that at all.
It hasn't worked for 20. It hasn't worked for about 30 years.
Skip Bayless just said Jerry tries to display his draft genius by trading down out of 24.
Terran Arnold is a Lion.
Who?
The corner out of Alabama.
Who?
Terran Arnold.
Arnold. Great
pick. Yeah,
pick.
that's the other corner.
Great pick.
They need to go corners, so him and Carlton are going to be in the back.
Yeah, that's a good pick for them.
If you ask me,
I don't like that.
I like that.
They both have first round talent. I just thought McKinstry
Terry and Arnold was going to drop to us.
Well, they snubbed
So the Lions.
Kool-Aid might be going to the Bucks.
No, Kool-Aid needs to come to the Packers.
Kool-Aid is going to the Ravens.
Jasmine, I think y'all are getting Cooper DeJean right here.
Or we can go Darius Robinson, edge rusher.
Yeah, that's.
We're on the clock. Come on, Packers, don't make me mad.
Y'all about to trade back with the Steelers, and we're about to get Graham Barton.
Gerard Mayo, trade the pick with the Packers.
Don't do it. Don't call that because I can't. I'll end the show right now.
Oh, think that's serious.
Listen, if the Packers trade these picks, I'm gonna walk out. Y'all can finish the show.
I'm gonna walk.
Don't make me mad. Listen. Y'all finished the year real nice. Okay.
Would you trade up into the first round and go get Kool-Aid McKinstry?
My dad
Yeah.
Oh, the trade up in the first round for Kool-Aid. I mean, we just traded for Dante Jackson. I do like what I've heard out of last year pre-injury out of Corey Trice. Personally, I'd be excited that we traded into the first round, but I still think the number one need on the Steelers is center.
That's fair.
I would like if they trade in the first round, I would fully expect it to be Graham Barton.
Yeah, if they wanted to trade, if they needed to trade up in the second round to go get Zach Frazier, I'd totally be okay with it.
Yeah, even Zach Frazier. And I know, like I wouldn't. Jackson Powers Johnson has some injury issues that have come up, I guess.
Same thing with Falatanu as well.
Yeah, and that's that it is what it is. I mean, injury issues. They you could be like George Pickens. He was injured in college.
Okay, in Green Bay.
I know, I see it.
So I mean, if they trade into the first round, which I think is still a possibility, they could do, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be for a corner. I think it would be for one of the centers.
Yeah. Zach Frazier is just somebody I like, though. I know he was injured this past year, but that just has such a nice ring to it. I actually, a friend of mine played football with him down in Fairmont.
Yeah, and yeah, you actually, I don't know if it's picking it up on the mic, but on the TikTok live stream for Steeler Nation, I got former Steeler Cole, you might know, DeMarcus Ayers on the on my TikTok live stream with Steeler Nation right now. He was just talking about a potential pick. Zach Frazier, I fell in love with him when he got injured. He bear crawled off the field.
Yeah.
To save his offense some time. And to me, I think that's when the Steelers probably knew that that's the center they want. A guy that's like putting the team before himself, where he had, I think it was a season-ending injury when he bear crawled off the field to save his team a timeout in a situation where they were trying to go down the field and win. And if that doesn't scream Pittsburgh Steeler, I don't know what does. And I know Graham Barton, he's a solid prospect. And, the last time the Steelers took an interior offensive lineman in the first, I guess necessarily in the first 3 rounds from a smart school, it was David DeCastro. And he panned out pretty well for us. So, granted, he cut his career short, and that was due to the CTE studies and all that kind of stuff. But, I think for me, for center, it's Graham Barton or Zach Frazier, and then Jackson Powers Johnson. And I won't sleep on Van Pran from Georgia either. He's an athlete. And I know going into this year, he was projected as the number 1 center coming into the draft. So I don't know what it was that made him fall. Didn't do that much research in him. I know Jasmine is just itching at the seams right now for the Packers pick.
It has to be a good one, y'all.
Well, the pick is in. At least you guys didn't trade it away.
Good.
Yeah.
I would have been sick. I don't need another trade up again. At the time, I was mad, but obviously it's paying off now. But still, don't do that again.
Is it pick in?
Yeah, the pick
it's in.
Pick's in.
Imagine having to play Teron Arnold twice a year. I don't know. That would be difficult.
This draft overall, so far the picks have made sense.
Well, maybe minus like 2 of them.
Like I'll give you like Atlanta. I'm still head scratching about getting Michael Penix.
Atlanta, I don't know what that was because by the time Kirk got to finish his contract,
I have to
he's gonna be 28.
I think that second round gonna be heavy defense.
Yeah.
This is a lot of offense.
Oh, I hear the bell.
Jordan.
What?
Oh.
Jordan Morgan, tackle out of Arizona.
Who is that?
Sorry.
Oh my! Who the frick is that?
No.
They just do a dart at the wall.
Hey, they gonna give love some more time. That's all.
You gotta protect your quarterback.
Yep.
You gotta replace David Bakhtiari. Think of it the long way.
And it's Green Bay. They don't do flashy picks.
He's 6'5", 311. That's a big boy.
He's a big boy. He can play in that cold weather. They got to protect the quarterback. It's a good pick, Jazz.
That's true. He be probably a hidden gem.
Didn't I say that earlier?
All right, come on, Bucks. Come on, Bucks.
Now just you wait till like mid-season when all these like defenders try to have QB pressures, but when Jordan Morgan drops back for pass protection, he has no QB hits. Watch. Jasmine is gonna say, all right, he's a good pick. That was a great pick. I love it. Yeah, she's gonna be saying that now.
To look at the highlights of this kid, right? It makes sense because we got Josh.
That's
Jacobs
not what you said a few minutes ago.
I'm still not happy. I want a defense. I'm not happy. Not to me. Because what is okay? I don't know if I like that. I'm a marinate on it, y'all. Talk to me in 24 hours.
I'll let
Jasmine.
And then I'm gonna ask you again.
It's gonna be a good pick.
Jasmine, when do y'all draft an offensive lineman wrong?
That's true.
Okay.
Is true.
Okay, that's where it's.
I'm not gonna lie, but
like Cole can agree with me. It's like you guys draft offensive linemen like the Steelers draft receivers and then trade them for the 32nd pick and go get Joey Porter Jr. and then they don't do anything afterwards.
But second round, I need defense immediately.
Cooper DeJean is probably going to fall to the second round at this point.
Yeah.
But then Dallas. Okay, Kool-Aid is going to the Bucks. I have a feeling.
Either that or we getting edge rusher because we did lose Shaq Barrett as well, so we need another edge rusher. And I think in the second round you're gonna be able to find some decent cornerbacks.
Y'all, Mitchell and Worthy are still on board.
See, I think they're gonna go early second round, or maybe the Bills might get a Donnie Mitchell.
Yeah, I saw them.
And the Chiefs get Worthy.
It just fits.
Prepare to be annoyed with the Chiefs this year.
The rich get richer.
Yeah.
Kansas City keeps loading up.
As long as that dude's healthy, boy, they're gonna be tough to deal with for a while.
That's all it is. Keep him healthy and let him throw that ball.
Yep.
Because all you got to do is if you draft 2 or 3 wide receivers a year, and as they mature, you let them go to other teams and keep the salary low because you're paying him $500 million in his contract. Yep. Ain't nobody gonna scream.
Nope.
Because the young kids go hungry. They want to catch touchdowns, so they can go somewhere else and get paid. They got the perfect program. Perfect program.
Come on, Bucks.
He's going to end up throwing more touchdowns to wide receivers than any other quarterback in NFL history.
I believe it.
They just going to rotate them.
Yeah.
Yep. But you see what happened? They let Tyreek go, and guess what? They still won.
Rotating them. That's all. There's speed everywhere out there.
That's right.
Right?
Well, you got to think the year that Brady, do a little Patriots, year that Brady had Moss, they didn't win the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl with guys way less talented than him.
It's funny because Packers fans said we wanted Cooper DeJean.
I think I told you that earlier.
Oh, believe me, I watched that whole thing. That team was tough, but the Giants were just on something else.
Yep.
Because that Patriots team was dominant.
Yes, they were.
Mike Tomlin has confirmed that Troy Falatanu will be playing tackle. They will not put him at center. So there's your tackle. So I'm happy. And I guess they love it. So good pick. And tomorrow we go get a center.
He knows what he's doing. Come on. He knows, trust Tomlinson. He knows what he's doing.
I don't know. I think this pick is more Andy Weidel and Omar Khan than Mike Tomlin.
Oh, sure. No question. But they're building something because they don't want – when Pittsburgh don't lose, they don't have losing seasons.
Yeah.
Right?
See, yes, they don't have losing seasons, but also they've had a lot of seasons where they are mediocre. If you're finishing 9-8, you are mediocre.
Sure.
So now they need to start turning these into playoff wins. You could finish 10-7 in the regular season, but you have to start winning playoff games because Tomlin has not won a playoff game in a long time. And that's the thing. They need to start warning him of that, dude, you're on the hot seat. You need to start winning playoff games.
Guess what, Cole? You're about to start. Get ready, brother.
A center.
Know what some team needs.
I told y'all that. I just said that. I said the Bucks are probably. Oh, they got Barton, y'all. Oh, they wanted Barton.
I don't know.
What happened to Ryan Jensen?
I don't know.
Thing I remember them having.
Still on the team, right? Yeah, Jensen's still there.
I don't remember them having. I don't know.
There's no way they drafted a center in the first round just for him to be a backup. There's no way. Or maybe he can play more than just center. He has to play multiple positions for them to draft him in the first round.
Yeah, he does.
Didn't Cole and Caleb wanted Barton, right?
That boy played lacrosse. Oh yeah, he a demon. He a multi-sport athlete. The Cardinals are back on the clock and the pick is in.
Yeah, they got that pick from Houston. They got that pick from Houston.
Okay.
Are they going corner? The Cardinals?
I think they do.
Oh, you guys think the Bills get one of the receivers like Mitchell or Worthy?
I think the Bills are gonna get Donnie Mitchell, and I think when the Bills get Mitchell, they're gonna use him the same way they try to use Diggs.
Yeah, the Bills need a wide receiver.
Yeah.
You got an all-pro quarterback.
I love that jingle so much.
You got an all-pro quarterback that needs to stop running the ball.
Darius Robinson to the Cardinals.
That's who I thought we were going to get. I thought the Bucs was going to get Darius Robinson.
Well, Cardinals put the haymakers out tonight.
I look at the pass rush. We don't have.
You doing anything?
We need pass rush.
Yeah,
We need.
it's the Bucks are led by a defensive coach.
Yeah, I don't understand the center. I mean, I don't know.
Especially if Jensen is still there.
You know. But you just
Yeah,
when you lose a guy like
Jensen's still
Shaq, we
there,
lost.
that makes the
We
center
lost 3
more
starters
than-
from defense. 3 starters.
Well, I just got a text message from Leon bragging about all of you, Jazz, Anthony, Jeremiah, and Cole. Jasmine, I wanted to thank you. I'm getting ready. I got to get up. I got an early morning.
Yeah, I'm about to close it out too.
Yeah,
but
me too. Real early.
I want to thank Jazz. I want to thank you, Anthony. It's been a pleasure. Jeremiah, Caleb, Cole, hang in there, bro. Mr. Johnny P, you ought to be proud of your daughter, man. She's going places. She's going places.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
You got it. We'll be in touch. We'll see y'all
All right,
later.
thank you, Bodine.
You got it.
Well, everyone, we got our picks in.
I guess.
We'll marinate on them. We're gonna sleep on these picks. Okay. Oh, Leon's in the building.
Hey, what's up, sports fans?
What's up, Leon?
The producer
Leon.
Hey, how you
himself,
doing?
What's up?
the man, the myth, the legend, Leon Thomas.
Wait a minute. Would you say legend in my own mind? Did I hear that right? Legend in my own mind?
The man, the myth, the legend, the fantasy, Leon Thomas.
Listen, thank y'all for being here. This has been nice. Really great show. Thank y'all for doing this. This is really good.
Yes, it was.
Jasmine,
I like
what's
how everyone came in with their attire. I love it. Even though Cole said he had his jersey back home, but he got everything else together. But everybody came decked down that came in the show. Very happy.
Look, got my big chain. You gotta have a big chain. The big chain's the best one.
This was good. Jeremiah, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. How's life?
Oh, everything's been going good. Just mostly just working, keeping positive.
Right on, Mr. Pollock. Good to see you as well.
Good to see you too.
Caleb, thanks for joining us.
He's on a live too. Live.
Oh, he's on a live. He's
So,
multitasking.
I heard you. What'd you say? Hold on. What'd you say, Leon?
I was just
Sorry,
saying, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Leon. Sorry, I'm multitasking right now.
Yeah, you're everywhere. I'm following you everywhere. You're on X, you're on TikTok, you're on Space, and all of that stuff. I see it. I see it.
Oh yeah, I'm on the next social media trend too. Just
Right on. Right on. So I just wanted to pop in and let everybody know I'm really proud of what you're doing. Great show tonight. I've enjoyed being in the background. I keep waiting for y'all to say you're going to do the racquetball draft, but I guess that ain't happening.
There's a racquetball draft?
Yes, well, you guys have a good night. It was good to see everybody.
I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Tell me that y'all have a good one.
Good night.
Good night.
I don't. So I'm gonna back out, go back into the production booth, but y'all keep rocking. I'm proud of y'all. This has been really good. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yes, this is great. Well, the Kansas City just traded up.
They're going wide receiver.
They traded with
They're
Buffalo.
going wide receiver. Okay. After this pick,
Yeah.
this show is off.
Yeah.
Right.
We gotta end with the reigning Super Bowl champion.
So this is a little nugget from who I have in my live stream right now, former Steeler, current coach at North Texas University. His sources say that the Chiefs are about to take Xavier Worthy, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it would be a great pick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like Xavier Worthy. I mean, he ran the fastest dash like a 4.21.
Yeah,
he ran the fastest 40 ever.
Yeah, he broke the record.
Yeah, he's
another
insane.
guy too for the Chiefs that can create separation.
Exactly.
They don't need it.
Guys.
They don't need it.
They don't need it. And the Bills, what are the Bills doing? You need a receiver. I'm telling you, the Chiefs own the Bills. They've been owning the Bills for how long? Like, I mean, you cannot. I'm not trading with y'all. I'm not making
Honestly,
this trade.
I'm sorry if I'm the Bills. I'm not doing that. I'm
I
not doing
know
that.
Bills
Yeah,
fans are
no,
aggravated
absolutely
right
not.
now. I'm not trading with the Chiefs. You just beat me in my building? No. What are we doing?
Mm.
I
Then
mean,
to
if I'm
get
the
Xavier
Bills,
Worthy? Are you kidding me?
see, maybe what I'm trying to think here is that the Bills like someone they might like a different receiver than the Chiefs want. The Bills might not want Xavier Worthy. They might be going Adonai Mitchell.
They could have
So
got Mitchell then. What are
you
we
could
trading
have,
for?
but here's the thing: maybe you can get him at 32, and you just go and you stockpile a couple more picks.
Yeah, but I'm not letting the Chiefs get him. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm the Bills, I'm not letting the pretty much my arch rivals in the playoffs, who I've been losing to for the past few years, get him. Because I might have to see them again. That's what I'm saying. If I'm the Bills, no. The Bills lost this draft just now by doing that. You don't trade with the Chiefs. You don't do that. That you don't do. Not against
The
that
Bills
Smith
were
and me.
not cooking. I don't know what they were doing.
That's
Okay,
not smart.
here's the trade details, courtesy of Ian Rappaport. Kansas City trades 30. So they traded 32, 95, and 221 to Buffalo. Kansas, and then Buffalo is getting 20. No, Buffalo is getting pick 32, pick 95, and pick 221. Chiefs are getting, and then, well, no, the Bills are getting, no, Chiefs get 28, 133, and 248.
The Bills should have just stayed where they were at and just get a receiver. Who? Because my thing is, are you getting Mitchell? You could have got Mitchell there.
That's right. I mean, the thing is, do you think Xavier Worthy is there at 30? Do you think Xavier Worthy is there at 32?
I think the Chiefs are about to get him.
Yeah, I mean, but if they didn't trade up, do you think he's there at 32? I think
49ers
he is.
could snatch him.
I mean, that's true because the 49ers do need
The 49ers could do
Yeah.
that.
they're going to need a receiver since they are going to since Brandon Ayuk's probably getting traded.
That's an interesting take. But for the Bills, like you had the chips in your basket. Why would you, especially with the team that's been whooping you, whoever they pick, you're gonna see them. You're gonna see them. That
Well,
same
it sounds a little obvious here because if they really wanted to go at Donnie Mitchell, the Chiefs gave them a better offer, so they kind of took draft capital instead of taking the actual player. So maybe the Bills have something in mind to where they want more picks this year instead of getting that one player.
I hope
That's
so.
what I really guess. Because there's no way they were going to go for a receiver. The receiver's right there in their hands, and they trade it away.
Yeah. Yeah, the Chiefs own the Bills. I'm gonna say that. That's embarrassing. Well,
really
Jeremiah, I know you're happy. Anthony, I know you're happy because y'all don't like the Bills anyway. So
right.
Y'all don't care. I get it. I get it because y'all like the Bills anyway. Let's see what the Chiefs. Let's see what the Chiefs are gonna do because the defending champs are at it again.
Make a wish, man.
Is someone talking?
Yup, Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs. It's finally happened.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
improved hands, the fastest 40, 5'11", 165.
The Bills, it could have been you. It could have been you. I'm not letting the Chiefs get him. That's all. I'm
saying. Go find it.
You give him you gave Chiefs the fastest person. No.
Why would I let a team that cooked me get the best receiver right there?
You get the fastest guy in the draft. You give that to the defending champs.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
They're gonna make him a number one receiver. He was already number one, but now they're gonna make him a number one. Now he's gonna be one of the top guys. I'm telling you, with that offense and Mahomes, come on.
Here's the thing, too. I kind of compare him to a Tyreek Hill.
I would too.
That's what I'm saying.
Someone who can catch the ball, Worthy can create separation. So that's a great pick by the Chiefs.
And the Bills, y'all can't let that happen. The Bills, I will forever be mad at you for this moment. This moment right here.
We can't.
I don't really care.
We can't keep letting them get away with this.
And the fact that David Worthy can turn a 1 yard gain to a 15-yard gain like that, and like if you give him just an ounce, I won't say ounce, I'll say an inch of space.
Do you know what Andy Reid's gonna do with him? Like, Bills, you ruined it for everyone, for everybody, because y'all could have snatched him. Like, listen, I'm not letting him. Because, yes, Mitchell is good. If the Bills get Mitchell, Mitchell is good. But Worthy on that Chiefs team is horrifying. On that team, no.
And this is why I still don't like the Bills.
Yeah, to this day, I don't like the Bills.
But guess what, y'all? That wraps up the show. I am about to head out. I know this late. It's 11:33. The Bills just work my nerves. They take an L in this draft. So if we had a losers list, I think we'll do that next week. Next week, we're going to do winners and losers on a special show of First Impression Sports Talk. The Bills will be on that list 100% because of that. But thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Cole. Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you to the Kings of Sports. Thank you to Cedric Brown. Thank you to Dr. Anderson. Thank you to Bodine, Dr. Felton, Leon, Jay, my dad. I know Daniel was going to be on for his Bears, but he could not make it tonight. But shout out to him for, just letting me know that. And thank you to Logan, who's a Falcons fan. But thank you to everybody who was on the show. I will see you guys next time. Please keep in tune. The draft is still going to go on. It goes 7 rounds. But we just covered only the first round today, or most of the first round. But that wraps up the show. I want to thank you all, and I will see you guys next time.
Thanks, Jasmine. Sorry, I just caught up to your send off.
Thank you. Thank you for all of you.
He was mocked to the Steelers in a few